Hi, and good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. We're back again with our Psychic Saturday live. So if you're in the chat, hi to everyone in the chat. And I've got three fantastic guests on this week. We've got Zara from the UK, from London. We've got Jessica, who's Jess, Louisiana. And we've got Aquana from the Muskogee tribe of Florida. So welcome to the three guests. I will introduce you to each of them, and they will give you a background of what they're doing, how they do it, what their core skills are, what we're doing today. And just for a quick one, I will occasionally be using, again, my favorite Starseeds card. And then I've also taken a new one to try out. It's called Message from Your Angels and it's Oracle cards. It's these, and there's all sorts of lovely ones. So occasionally when I feel drawn to it and when Spirit whispers in my ear to use the angel cards, I have them here on the side. So let's make a start. So let's ask Zara, what are you doing today? What's your core skill, please? And what cards are you using?
Okay, so I am a psychic medium. I'm also a soul counselor. So that covers everything really. Intuition and helping with ascension and general life issues. Together with some psychology. And today I'm using two sets of cards. I've got my Smooth Start again this week. And I also have, I'm really excited about these because they're so cute. So that's the backs.
Oh, cute.
And then each of them has a little pussycat.
Oh, so cute. That's lovely. Oh, cute. Oh, I love them. Oh, that's great. We love them. Yes, we love them. So that'll be great. We look forward to seeing them. Thanks, Zara. And we've got Jess in Louisiana. Hi, Jess. Welcome back.
Hi. So I'm a psychic medium. I connect with passed over loved ones, and I also can see the past, present, and future. I'm a Reiki master, and I have a background in health and nutrition. So yeah, I would say when it comes down to it, I don't like labels. I'm just a light worker, and I love helping to point people towards their destiny. That gives me joy.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Jess. And last but not least, are you going to show? Wow, yes.
Yeah,
come on.
I forgot. I just remembered. So I have a new deck. The music's so beautiful. I love it. And it's an artistic take on, the typical tarot. And then, my typical water rate,
Oh, rate of wine. Very nice too. Thank you, Jess. And last but not least, of course, Aquana down in Florida at the Muskogee tribe head office there. And your core skills, please, and what cards you're using.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Did it go?
Yeah. I think there's an issue with the sound.
Sorry, y'all. I got like a major lag. Anyway, so I'm just going to be like reading tarot cards today. I brought along my deck, the Tarot of Mystical Moments, which is like these really super magical cards. But yeah, so I just do kind of intuitive tarot reading. That's what I'll be doing today.
Okay. And you're part of the Demon Hunters Incorporated throughout the country and throughout the world. So if there's any questions around spiritual world, demonic issues, or things that go bump in the night, that's who we will be directing the questions to Aquana. And if necessary, I'll just jump in. Okay. So don't forget, everybody, put QQQ in front of the question so I can find it, because on the side of my screen, the questions are up there, but they're tiny, 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 tiny. And in true technical yuck fashion, I still don't know how to make them big enough so that I can read them. So sorry about that, everybody, but I will work that out at some point. So let's go across to the questions. And we've got quite a few in there already. Mandy's already saying, please be sure to like and do a thumbs up on your way, subscribe and share this out. Thank you, Mandy, for looking after us, one of our moderators, which is good. And we've got our very first question of today. This is from Lisa Fulford, and her question is, hi, where do I go when I sleep, please? Diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 1994 and never feel rested. Birthday is 30th of October. Let me go and get my pad out because I'm going to need it to write this all down. There we go. And the elusive pen. Found it. Elusive pen. So October 20th, 1962. Much love and appreciation from GA USA. GA, guys from the States. What is GA? Help me out here.
Georgia.
Oh, so the next state up then. Georgia, yes.
I believe so, right, Ipana?
Is it? Hopefully. So here we go. So let's go with the first one and let's have a look. So, I will say, don't forget, everyone, we are unable to do sort of clinical things or comment on sort of issues that are health issues, but what we can do is look at the cards and look at other things. And please remember, this channel is purely for entertainment purposes only, which is something we have to say. So while I work out the numerology for Lisa Fulford, we'll go quickly to Jess, and could you do super fast, super quick? Have a look and see, and then we'll deal with where you go when you sleep when we get through to Arcana and through to Zara. So there we go.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. So I'm getting that you are a light worker. You definitely have a gift for training others and teaching others, giving your wisdom. So I see you're a Scorpio. Of course, you're like ooey gooey on the center. And maybe a little bit mysterious on your exterior. What I'm getting is that spiritually connected to the fibromyalgia is a sense of wanting to belong to a tribe and maybe feeling like the black sheep or the odd man out and maybe like an outsider. This is because I feel you're destined to be more of a leader. So I would say step into that role that can help emotional conflicts that you're struggling with in terms of pain in the body. And that's all I got.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. And Zara, what do you have for Lisa Fulford, please?
Well, I've got commiserations. I'm a fellow fibromyalgia sufferer. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you. I know how painful and how exhausting it is. What I will say is that what I've learned I have a couple of, I actually have about 3 autoimmune disorders, which fibromyalgia is. And I agree. My feeling is you're a light worker, that also that you are not a earth-based soul, and that you are a interplanetary soul. And this is what us interplanetary souls have to suffer. Unfortunately, we are more likely to suffer from a autoimmune disorder, and the body feels very heavy and painful because it's not our home planet. And so, having said that and taking up a bit of time, I'll just have a quick I have this gorgeous King of Cups, and I just want to say that's about taking care of being the master of your emotions. Please be the master of your emotions, because one of the biggest triggers for fibromyalgia is emotional, mental. I mean, you know what your triggers are, but emotional stress, and it's something sometimes that we can bury. So we have to be aware of it. Look after yourself. Do not let anybody dull your light. That's my advice.
Oh, that's fantastic. And last but not least, let's go to Aquana. Aquana, what do you want to say to Lisa Forward, particularly around where do I go when I sleep?
Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so hi, Lisa. I did pull a couple of cards for you, but I already kind of got the answer before I pulled the cards. But I'll show you what I got. So I pulled the World card, and then I also pulled the energy fueling that as the Three of Swords. The first impression, oh, here you go, if you want to see them again. The first impression I got is that when you're going off world, or when you're in your sleep, you are going off world, which means leaving this planet. Usually this is done in groups. And I think that based on this card, the World and the Three of Swords, I believe that you're doing interplanetary healing work, possibly healing things to do with their wildlife, the flora, fauna, and all that. I just really think that when you go off world, you're doing healing work for other planets, which is a little bit tired. So that's what I think you're doing, off world work.
That's perfect. Thank you. All right. So Lisa, if you have any feedback, please don't forget to give the feedback to us and put it into the comments on the side. Thank you for that. We've got, please remember to like and subscribe. And that was Lisa and Just Change. And this is the next question from Marilena. And the question is, what guidance do my guides and angels have for me on how to be of service for humanity? Please. And this is from Cape Town, South Africa. Hello, Janet, alles goed daar. So there we go. That's Afrikaans for those of you that wondered what on earth was I saying. But yes, I'm sure it's lovely in Cape Town right now. Summer's on its way, guys. You'll be able to hit the beaches soon down Hout Bay or one of the others. So let's have a look. Let's mash it up. And let's quickly start with Zara. Zara, what guidance do you have from angels and guides from Marilena in Cape Town, please?
Okay, I feel that you're actually you have a very strong chance of working with animals, and I feel that the animals, whether it's around a zoo or with pets, but that is how you'll be brought into your strength of your light work, because you will be strong in using animals as therapy, as caring for animals that are wherever the animals are. I feel that you can have a very strong connection, and I think that, you know, if it was, say, I don't know, I mean, a zoo, whatever, then you would really have those animals' best interests in hand. So that's what I'm getting for you, animal work.
Oh, whoops, drop the cards, Beverly, why don't you? That's ridiculous. Right. Thank you so much, Zara. That is brilliant. Jess, what do you have for Marilena in Cape Town, please?
So I have some beautiful cards. What I'm getting is that you are a master of resourcefulness. So you can almost like get blood from a stone is what I'm getting.
Wow.
And your story is an inspiration to others. So your ability to see light within the darkness and still send love when others send you nightmares. So I would say that is your biggest service to humanity, whether that's through just your vibration of being somewhere that, lifts humanity's frequency in a place that is maybe less fortunate or lower frequency. I'm definitely getting that inspiration plays a big role in what you act on in your life, that you're almost pulled by the heartstrings. So art is really significant with you as well, speaking through art. speaking through your voice and your vibration, like literally you're almost like a human staff almost. Like I feel like anywhere you go, you're raising frequency. And definitely do a lot of cleansing on the beach since you're in. I'm so jealous where you're at. And movement is coming in, I'm seeing. So you have a lot of strength, but it's like a quiet strength. It's like this quiet lion's roar is what I'm getting. So yeah, very cool.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And Aquana, what do you get for Marilena in South Africa?
Sure. Okay, so I pulled 2 cards for you. I've got the Ace of Swords, beautiful card, absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And then the energy behind it is the Death card here. So what I'm picking up from that, especially with her and the star patterns and her holding the key, is that your angels, your guides, they want you to be that key for other people to help them to unlock the doors within themselves. Okay. So that's where this Death card comes in, is helping people to see truths where maybe there was darkness shining on it, that you're there to be kind of a beacon to open doors for people to help them to elevate to their highest spiritual levels. So I think really you're a key holder in helping to elevate the consciousness of the collective right now.
Oh, that's really super. And I think that's pertinent as well, particularly with Marilena, because I pulled a card from the angel deck card, and it's Ariel. And it says here, new psychic and spiritual experiences will change the way you view the world and yourself, which will allow those spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So it's a lovely card. That's what it looks like. It's just a very bright white light with the angels. So that ties in with what all of the readers have said today, and I'm putting it back in the pack because I think that every item is there for you, Marilena, to go and try and move forward with. So that's really great. We have got there was something that came in. I'll just have to find it. It is, and then she came back very quickly while we were busy. She had said, Marilena had said, I want to up-to-date you from last Saturday that everything is going well and I'm adjusting to the frequency. So it looks like everything that all readers have said with our previous question with Marilena, looks like everything is going as it should. I think there's something big probably coming, which is going to be fabulous. Maybe during the time when the 3i Atlas is going to be moving forward and closer towards the Earth and Gaia. I don't know what all our readers feel about that, but I'm certainly looking forward to all that positive energy and to that energy being boosted as a frequency that we can scoop up and we can take it as our own and use it and put it into our chakra points. What does everybody feel about the 3i Atlas and all the other comets? Because there's a comet coming that's very bright, could even be seen tonight in the sky. And then we've also got 2 or 3 or 4, I think there's, what did they say, 5 more meteors coming after 3i Atlas. What does everybody feel? Aquana, what do you feel about that? And then I'll go to Jess at the bottom and then go across to Zara. What do you feel about that?
I am very excited about the 3i Atlas coming through. It's giving off a lot of energies. Y'all just like pull that energy down, because you got to remember everything in all universes, all this material, everything you're made of is all connected to everything else. So you can easily tap into that thread of energy that the 3i Atlas is bringing forth and just tune right into it and get all of that healing energy that it's bringing forth. But I'm very excited.
Wonderful. Jess, what's your view on 3i Atlas?
Well, I'm getting just crazy upgrades like in my spiritual abilities, in the collective consciousness, telepathy, and like it's almost like having a headset into other people's higher selves, which is kind of crazy. So I'm just kind of like holding on to the reins, just riding the wave of, just sitting back and being the observer, I guess, in my 3 eyes, which, you were the one that taught me about that. So I'm just kind of sitting and observing, and it really is teaching me just how strong my spiritual path and destiny are. and finding healing in maybe old wounds, resentments, traumas, and like that it's not my spirit and my soul to own here, that it's just something to move through. So I hope that helps if anyone else is going through. It's like one day I wake up and I'm like, woo, this is going to be a good day. And the next day it's just like, oh, right. So I just take it and move through it. And it's all my spiritual tools of grounding and nature and just vitamins, sleep, water, the basics.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's good. Go with the flow, especially before the energy gets here. And Zara, what's your feeling on 3i Atlas, please?
Well, Jess mentioned it. Upgrade. I feel that light workers are going to get a very strong boost from of energy from it, and I think it's going to really blossom an awakening in lots of other people. So I do feel that it is really, really contributing to a mass awakening for those that who are starting to question and starting to feel that slight unrest. And so I'm looking forward to it so much, because I think we've had a lot of like Jess said, like bumpy energy. Is one day's up, one day's down, one day's tired, one day's waking up at 6. It's very confusing. So to have a real boost of energy and to get that sort of stability in your energy levels back will be really welcomed. Definitely,
it will be. And there's a nice surprise too. We did this in one of the other meditations that we did a couple of days ago. And that was, we asked everyone to, during the meditation, to project themselves towards the 3i Atlas and to see what they perceive. And it was very interesting to hear what everybody that participated in during the week. And one of the participants, a gentleman named Michael, he had actually had a full face of a being that he saw. So there's lots of interesting aspects that is part and parcel of the 3i Atlas. And so you can, when it starts getting a bit closer, and it is actually now at the point where you can mentally project yourself out and connect with 3i Atlas. So go and do it. It's very exciting. You never know what you're going to see. It's fun. Well, the meditation group, we had lots of fun anyway. Right, let's have a look and see what else we can find up here. So we had Lisa, Marinina, and let's have a look here. There's Discord as well. If you wanted to join Discord, I'm on Discord. Akon has recently joined Discord, and I'm sure that our 2 new guests will be very interested in joining Discord as well. So go and have a look. And Just Shah is a moderator and moves friends through Discord. There's lots of different rooms. I've got, I think, 2 or 3 rooms. Akon has got 2 rooms, including some of the tribal items, which is quite nice. And everybody can join and come and say hi. We do a lot there. Here we go. Here's the next question. Pixie Dust. Oh, I like that name, Pixie Dust. I had a vision. Will my son file for divorce? Oh, goodness. DTR, I don't know what that means. DTR in law is a not narcissist. I'm in a different state and home. In my vision, Grand TR is the one in the home with me. Time frame, I know that's not easy. Yep, time frame is super difficult. It really is, because there's no time where we get a collective consciousness. Doesn't have a tick-tock clock. So I really don't know, but we can give it a guesstimate, can't we, everyone? So I'm going to switch it up, and let's start with Jess. Jess, for Pixie Dust. Go and have a look at this. It might work. You might be able to work out more or less where Pixie is in the greater scheme of things and what the state is, because I've got no idea. But yeah.
I looked up the cards earlier. I saw that question when I was in the chat. So I was like, it was one of the first ones. So I just looked at it. And also too, I'm sure the other readers can relate. Whenever they're like, when, Jess, when? I'm only as good as free will of the person I'm reading. So it does take, it's dependent on the free will of others. And I always like to honor the free will. So I like to give a time frame. So what I was getting was that for the next 2 months, your son he's been thinking heavily, weighing the options, on the fence, worried about the strategy of when to do it. So for the next 2 months, he's going to be kind of like on the fence. He's already made the decision in his higher self, but he is waiting for the window of opportunity to open up, because there's some constrictions, or he's juggling some odd pieces there. What I did see was within the next 9 months, that would be when he would make that move. And it's dependent on an upgrade. He's rising to a leadership position in work, and he's waiting for maybe that raise or that green light of leadership or more responsibility. That's going to be the sign, the green light for him. And then he's act and file for divorce. So that's what I got. So within 9 months.
Within 9 months. Perfect. Thank you, Jess. And of course, Our Lady in London. What have you got, Zara? What are you able to pick up?
Well, yeah, he's emotionally walking away. Just to show you, to prove it, we have the 8 of Cups. He's emotionally detached, and he's turning away, and he's walking away. Obviously, that's emotionally. So he hasn't walked with his feet yet, but it is on his mind, and he is going to do that. And also, I've had the Tower, the collapse of the relationship. I feel that there is something he's got a there's a threshold, there's a something that he's waiting for to happen. Now, Jess mentioned work situation, so I definitely concur with that. There's something he's waiting for it to pass, and then he's going to properly engage with a future plan to, right, how we're moving forward. He may not tell you about it, okay? And I'm not suggesting that you're going to be in his business, but I feel that he isn't going to discuss it with anybody until it's sort of almost set in his own stone. Once he's got it set in stone, then he will, be confident enough to talk about it, because what he feels, he doesn't want to just leak bits and then there's fireworks start to go off and people start accidentally dropping in strange comments or hints. He wants it tightly and strategically planned before he reveals it to both the wife and to all, anybody else who is affected by it.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And now, Kwana, what do you get for pixie dust, please?
Okay, so, well, 2 things. First, to tie in with Jess, when I first read the question, I just had the number 2 pop into my head, and she had said something about 2 months. So I think there is something there. But I did pull a couple of cards for you, and this also ties in with what Zara was saying. So I got the Moon card, but I also got the 8 of Cups, which is all about walking away. In a way, though, this is kind of the universe's joke to me, like, haha, you can't see the time frame. It's hidden because it's the moon. And so I'm like, well, that's a bit rude. But it also tells me that, yes, he is absolutely going to walk away from that situation. But because of this Moon card, this is things that are hidden that we don't know are going on necessarily. But they're things that have to happen first before he can walk away. So there are some things that even you don't know about that he's trying to handle behind the scenes. And then he is going to walk away from that. So.
Oh, wow. So we've all getting the same thing here. Thank you, Arquana, for that. So pixie dust, I'm going to use the Star Seed pack here, which I'm going to open quickly. It's a beautiful pack. They've got amazing. And I'm just going to see what it says. Now, the one thing that I picked up, and I do agree with all my readers today, and this is, I just basically opened the pack. And this is what it's opened on. It's opened on celebration. And it says, celebrate the achievements that are on the way, because you really are a gift to the universe. So that tells me that you're doing as much as you can for your son. But I think that, the fact that your daughter-in-law, as you say, is a bit of a narcissist, the most important person with all of this, there is a child, a granddaughter, and she is going to be the one that is going to have a lot to say about things and changes. So I'm not sure whether she's attached to your son that could file for divorce, but this child is the one that's got a gift of insight, but will be the one that defines the timeline. So depending on what happens with her, with schooling, with change, and that sort of thing, that's where your son is going to have a stake in how she goes forward. And I do think that this one is going to take a while. So it could be an extended time frame. But because you've got celebration as the end result, it means that this contract between your son and your daughter-in-law, it's coming to an end. And I think that the total end of the contract between them as a couple ends at the end of October, which is just happens to be when the 3i Atlas energy boost comes in. So scoop that up, use that positively, and hopefully they will find a way to wade through this and then separate and get on with their respective lives, because that contract is ending. And when a contract is ended, it means that each of the souls have done their soul contract together in this lifetime, and they need to move on to deal with their other karmic relationships. And that's what's coming up. And that's why the celebration card came up. So thank you to all my readers there. We all pretty much came up with the same thing. Pixie Dust, come on. You know you want to. Let us know how it was, girl. Come on. Let us know. Come on, Cletus. Let us know. So here we go. Next one. Diana De La Cruz with the bear image is so cute. We like the bear. We like bears. Oh, this one's 1st of the 8th. Good Lord, that's a birthday just before mine. I wish I was 1971. It would make me so much younger. There we go. I'm going to write that down. When do you see me moving into a new apartment? This year, next year, question mark. Messages about my move, please. So thank you and lots of love from LA. So hi, I'm going to make a start. Let's have a look. We'll go with our American guests. Jess, you go, please. And then we'll go to Alquana. And then we'll go to Zara. And then I'll see if I can quickly do the...
sorry.
You go ahead.
Well, first off, I always forget to thank you for having me on your show. I always have so much fun. So I just wanted to celebrate you.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. You're lovely. Thank you.
I love the space that you create on the astral here. Okay, so I actually am getting that it's going to be quite sooner than you expected, like maybe even the end of October. Something's coming in where you're standing into your Empress era, my love. And there's a lot of inspired action coming for you. Voicing your opinions. And I'm going to say, maybe have a different approach or like a quirky way of innovative way of going about things. Start crossing paths with people and telling them your desires. You never know. Like I'm picking up that someone's like, oh, you need a place. I need someone to house sit. So start telling people, and it looks like it's going to be this card's jumping out at me. It looks like it's going to be near like maybe a horse ranch or some where there's stables. It's a nice area of land I'm getting that's in a nice part of town. I don't know. So start talking to random people.
Oh, that's really good. Fantastic. Well, I like the horse card as well. Great. And thank you for kind words. And Alquana, what are you getting? What cards did you get?
Okay, so I pulled the Ace of Cups, and then the energy behind that is the Justice card. So the Justice card a lot of times can deal with contracts that we have to sign. So that I think would be probably your lease or something that you're going to be signing. As far as the time frame, if I'm using the Ace of Cups, that's actually pretty quickly. I would say by the end of this year, I think that you're going to have your brand new start. It's going to be a place that you're going to love, some place that makes you super happy, gets you, if you're in any kind of a funk, I feel like it's going to get you out of that funk, and you're going to get this justice, and you're going to really love it. But yeah, you will be signing a contract for a new place, and I think for sure by the end of the year.
Oh, that's fantastic. I remember the word funk from the 60s. Does it mean the same thing nowadays, Okwana, funk? Does it
Yeah. You know, if you're in a funk, like you're in a weird place or something, or it can be funky, like make it funky. You just have a dance.
Oh, Lord. Crazy girl coming through, moving.
It can be all sorts of things.
Bye-bye, Louise. Zara, save me here. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll try. Okay, so I actually feel that I agree with Okwana. I feel like you have been in a funk. I feel like you've been in a suspension place where you're sort of trying to look, and then I feel like there's also been worrying about it. It's like you're worrying, thinking, is this or what? And I think now you've asked the question and it's out loud and it's on the page. I feel like now you are going to move forward. I have my little pussycats here. There's some planning, some action planning. And I've also had the Ace of Pentacles. So there's the beginnings of sorting out the finances. And so, yeah, I think that now you can move forward. And I think it can go as quickly as you allow it to. So, yeah, I see that now moving forward. If you've been in a funk, you're no longer in a funk and you're ready to get going.
Right.
What have you started, Okwana? You're in disgrace.
Take that funk, make it funky.
Thank you, Sarah. Lord. Okay, so Diana, it's a 9. What was very interesting when I worked out your numbers and things, there's sets of 9s, but also there was the 18. And then you had your birth date, the 1971 is a 10 and an 8, which is also a 9. But then it comes down to an 18 and then a 9. So I thought, gosh, that's quite incredible that everything is pointing to the same thing. So exactly what everyone else was saying, looking at this, it's the end of a cycle. But it also shows, with some of the numbers it does show, symbolizes completion, but also represents wisdom gained from learning lessons at that place that you're coming from apartment-wise, which means that as you're resonating with the number 9, which is your life number, it means to look at things like, contracts, signing, etc. And I'm not 100% sure whether the contract that you're in right now or whether or not you need to extract yourself from that in order to be able to move on. So the first things first, make sure that you're in a position to say, yep, I'm moving, I'm doing this, I'm looking for something, and make sure that the time to move is exactly at the time of the end of the cycle with the current contract, with the current apartment. Because then being a 9, you'll be able to be really enthusiastic and go forward and enjoy yourself with all these amazing things that you've got coming for you. Because this apartment served its purpose then, but it's kind of finishing that contract now. It's coming to an end. So it's time for you to move whenever that contract actually finishes. So make sure you find something. And the right thing for a 9, 9s are brilliant. They've got what we call the wisdom of the spirit. And the wisdom of the spirit is a magical number. So push out there, command it. I command the universe to find me an apartment. That's what I want to see from you. I command the universe to find me a new apartment, because it'll happen for you, because number 9s can do that. So enjoy. Let us know, Diane, how it is and how we were. Thank you again to my readers. They were great readings. And we've got a lovely message from the ever beautiful Indiana farm girl. Greetings to all from the Hoosier state. Did I say that right, guys? I hope I did.
No.
I did. And so much so, from the 2 Indiana farm girls, we want to say thank you so much for the farm t-shirts and the hoodies. And we've tried them on, and everybody here absolutely loves them. I've stolen the pink one for me, and obviously a black hoodie, which I'm going to be using when I get back to the UK. So from us all here, thank you so much for the lovely, lovely clothes with the branding on it, and we wish you lots and lots of luck. So let's continue, see what we have. Hi from Dan Daly. Hi from Winshe. Wonderful. Oh, any messages going into October? So this is from Wendy, Indiana Farm Girl. So what we're going to do is we will go quickly first. Have our ladies, have you all done your cards? Because I'm going to pounce on you any minute now. 1, 2, 3, and pounce. Here we go. Jess, have you got anything, any messages for Indiana Farm Girl for October?
I do. So there, you've laid all the groundwork to get your ships of pentacles rolling in. So in order to receive this, I'm getting have that focus wheel. Now shift to the emotions that you maybe put on the back burner because you were so busy building an empire or getting all your ducks in a row, doing a lot of fiery action wand type energy. Now it's a time to be softer and focus on the emotions, and that's how everything that you've laid the groundwork in comes in manifested. So if you can switch to the emotions and let yourself kind of be in that more water energy, the Ace of Cups I got and the Queen of Cups. So mothering yourself and tending to the inner child right now is huge. And like literally as you do that, money falls from the sky.
Super, that's perfect. Thank you so much, Jess. I hope you like that wins for Indiana Farm Girl. And Zara, what do you have for Indiana Farm Girl, please?
Well, I pulled a couple of interesting cards because I've got the 8 of Swords and I've got the Death card. So what that tells me is there has been a situation where you have felt a little bit hemmed in and unable to sort of move forward. You felt a bit trapped. You felt a bit under the cosh, and that is coming to an end. And because that is coming to an end, I think you're aware that it's coming to an end. I feel that you know that that's sort of done and dusted, and now you can move on. And because you can move on, you can really start to celebrate now. And that's the 3 of Cups. I think you're very much aware of a. I'd love to know what this is, but you are aware of a situation where you felt trapped, you felt restricted, you felt you couldn't go anywhere, and that's now gone. That's gone, and you are now able to move forward, to celebrate, to socialize, to open up your emotional path now and mingle.
Oh, that's good. And that does tie in a bit because you want to know what that is. And I do know the client very well. And that is to do with her work environment. There's specific items that needed to be done within the work environment. And she's had to work very, very, very hard to get it all done. So that does tie in very, very well. And that's a good sign. So that means, and they've got new people starting in the business in the next couple of weeks. So I think that means that she can just go with the flow now. She's done all the hard work, done all the good stuff, and really done extremely well. And she can come off her annual leave and just go in and just be beautiful, as she's really lovely. So let's go to Arcana. Thank you, Zara, for that. Arcana, any words for Indiana Farm Girl, please, for October?
For you, I pulled the Knight of Wands, which this is an interesting card to me. I'll tell you why in a minute. And then I also got the World card. So the World is all about, a long journey coming to an end, reason to celebrate because things are going to start fresh. But what's interesting to me about this card is that you see it's got that ring of fire around it. And tribally, fires for us are always done in a circle. They're always a very spiritual experience. They're all about cleansing energies, old energies, getting rid of that. So I found that especially interesting for you. And I think that this is going to be a time where there's energies that are getting cleared out. So so I can throw this card around so that you can get to the, I was a solid catch, y'all. Did you see that? That was incredible.
Like
Could not do that again if you paid me $1 billion, but it was awesome. It was awesome.
Like a Neo from the Matrix.
It was. I was like, woo, yeah, like slow motion. It was super cool. Sorry, Indian farm girl. So really, I think that there are going to, and especially with your work environment, I think that there are going to be some things that you need to do to cleanse, to clear, and to close to get this this set of energies closed off into a new start. But it looks like the things that you're going to do are going to work beautifully, and I think you're going to have an entirely new environment to function in. So it's going to be good.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you to Indiana Farm Girl. And enjoy yourself when you go back to work, because it's a whole new way. So we've got it here, Deanne Daly. Deanne is saying to us, may I see if there's any message for a good friend of mine? She knows that I'm asking for her. Her name is Lee or Leah, depending how you say it. Leah Driscoll. 0810 1984. So let's have a look at that. So there we go. And I think, Alquana, as you are still on the screen up there, we go to you, and then I'll go around to Zara, and then we'll go to Jess. So please do take it away if you're ready.
Okay. All right, so just pull 2 cards for you real quickly. I know you said Leah. I would have said Leah, so we got a third way to pronounce the name. I've got the 4 of Swords here, and then the energy behind that is this 2 of Pentacles. So what I would say to you is right now is a good time to rest, rejuvenate, and to meditate, because it looks like at this moment, your energy is kind of this girl trying to balance on this building while doing these crazy acrobats. Like, you can only maintain that balance for so long before something's going to fall. So you need to stop, take a rest, maybe regroup, figure out what you're trying to do, what important things in your life need to be focused on, and let go of the things that are just like external kind of noise in the background. Just get rid of that and get yourself to a good place where you can rest, relax, and recuperate your energies.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And Jess, are you ready for Deanne's friend, Leah Driscoll?
I sure am. So I'm picking up an aunt from the other side, I believe, on her mother's side. So this could be for your friend. Or this could be for you. I'm not sure. I can't really choose. But I'm getting that this person is helping to guide the inner joy and the inner childlike wonder of your friend. So I'm getting that it's a huge angelic shield when you're in your inner child's play and inspired and in joy. So taking those moments and choosing happiness is literally just a mindset shift. And that can bring everything you want and desire and more when you're in your inner child's play. So that's the biggest thing I'm getting. Emotions are really running high right now and getting stuck in certain loops or a narrative. And for some reason, I'm getting squats here because we hold emotions in our hips, right? So the more that we kind of can't let go of an emotion, you'll start to see your hips get less flexible. And so that's why in yoga, you always want to open up the hips. It's sometimes people in in a straddle or sitting with their knees open in Indian style can create a lot of tears because you're releasing biological markers that maybe had trapped emotions in there. So I'm getting a lot of grounding squats with this card would help her.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Zara, what do you have, please, for Deanne's friend?
Okay, so I actually have, I had someone come through and gave the name Grandpappy. So it's always strange when they come through because sometimes they say, oh, Grandpa, Granddad, or Nana, and we all have different names. And Grandpappy came through. So I don't know if that rings a bell, but this is definitely for Leah. So a grandfather energy has come through, is reassuring her that she can keep going, okay? Because she's had some moments. Keep going, keep going. So he wants to bring strength around her. He's always around her. He's sending her love. He's sending her strength. Her guides are egging her on. and saying, keep going, you're doing so well, you're doing so well. So I do feel that she has had some times which she's, you know, she's felt very heavy, and they're saying, you ain't giving up, keep going.
Oh, that's really lovely. That's so pretty to hear that. And the last but not least from my side, when I worked out the numbers for her numerology meaning is a very strong spiritual 11. So that is a master number. And that's the spiritual insight, enlightenment, lovely intuition, but also it shows a bridge into the higher consciousness and those deeper truths within the self. That is what's coming through for her right now. And as the energy increases across Mother Gaia, our beautiful earth from Creator, that energy will be going into her. So her spiritual awareness is really going to be ramped up significantly over the next few months. So even though things might be a bit difficult right now, and there's that association with looking and saying, well, what have I done? How have I done this? Why is this happening to me? This is a very difficult time. I don't know how this has come about. That will all be cleared by the end of October. And that's when that energy starts moving upwards into a positive cycle right through until about the 12th, 13th, 14th of January of next year. So, and that's the trajectory for her. So being a master number right now is a good time because you can start pulling in all that extra additional energy. So tell your friend just to go for it. Go with the flow because it's nonsense is nearly over, which is perfect for her. I hope that makes sense. So there we go. Let's go to the next one. Let's have a look. Okay, we've just done that one. Oh, that's me. Why did I pick that one? Oh, silly cow. Right, there we go. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. As you can see, I can only just see the bare bones of what's
you need a card
read? No, I don't. Get back in your box. You're terrible. Jesus, Rosie. Okay, so Macy is saying QQQ. I've been missing my dad a lot lately. He passed away 5 days. Oh Lord, 5 days before my birthday in 2023. Any messages much appreciated. So this would mean it would for Jess and obviously for Zara, for the two of you, for Nacy. So when you're both ready, just let me know and put the finger up in the air and then I'll come to you. So what we've done today is because it's a large panel, we've just split it so that the two mediums that we have with us today and are lucky to have on the panel, Jess and Zara, that they will be the ones that will take on those that need some assurance. So this is from the dad for Nacy. Zara, what did you get, please, for Nacy?
So I'm getting a male energy, a male who's showing me a picture of a man with sort of dark, sort of straight dark hair, and he's just said, mention Uncle Bob. So mention Uncle Bob. He's coming in sort of saying, I'm actually fine, everybody's here, we're all together. And I feel like he was quite a social man, and I think that's where you're struggling, because you had that sort of social connection with him. It wasn't like, yeah, hi dad, yeah, is mum there, yeah, okay. It was that social connection with him. So I think that's what you're missing. So I want to ask you to try meditating and just try and reach out to him in that moment when it's quiet and just listen. Because I think if you did, you might hear him. I think he can come to you. I think he will be able to. I feel like he's also tried to, like, I can see a little silver coin. I feel like I don't know if which country you're in, but if it was in the UK, I'd be saying he's leaving 5p's or dimes or something, you know. I feel like he's leaving like coins around. I feel like he is trying to get that message to you. And I feel like sometimes you're wondering, and then sometimes you're dismissing it. Never dismiss it. That's him trying just to say, I'm here, I'm with you, I'm around you, and I'm also fine because I've got Uncle Bob around me.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. And Jess, what do you have for Nacy, please, for her dad?
Yeah, so I got monarch butterflies are significant. I was also getting that when you do get a vision or a visitation from him, like apparition type deal, that I don't know if he had a good sense of humor, but I saw him walking on water. Like he was like, look at what I can do. So there's something significant with walking on water or a vision of him walking on water. And then I also saw in the distance a bridge. So I don't know where you're located, but it seems like it's not in America. It seems like it would be in the UK. So if you're outside or if maybe you're traveling in that area and crossing a bridge and get a vision of him on water off in the distance, that would be a visitation, something significant with that. And then monarch butterflies was coming through, the orange monarch butterflies. Then I got the number 3. So the third of something is significant, or March. And then I heard arterial. So something of the arteries possibly went wrong. I was also getting some head tension as well. So maybe like an aneurysm or stroke or something of that nature, cerebral affliction. And I feel that he has transitioned fully and is on the other side. And he showed me the little Sagittarius arrow symbol. So I feel that he's most excited about getting to travel in all the different realms and see what's what.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you so much. And Nacy, depending on how you feel, please give some feedback for our lovely readers. Thank you so much. And Cheyenne Blue has said hello to everyone, sending love, light, and healing and blessings to all. And we've got another lovely message. Good evening, Bev, the panel, and everyone in the chat, which is perfect. Very nice too. Let me just go further down. Quick. I wish this thing was bigger. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading as fast as I can. We have got a nice comment from the little, look at the little dog. It's so cute. Look at the little face from Wench. I woke up today with a medium-sized round bruise on my leg, and it hurts. How did I remember what I was doing at night again? Now, that's a very interesting one. And I'm going to put Arquana on the spot here, because this is something that Arquana has been very busy with. And I think that, I don't know. I know that you were talking about sometimes returning from astral, coming back, and you've got these, bits and bobs and bruises and nicks and scratches and all sorts of things. So I'll give that to you first, and then I'll go full screen with the whole panel so we can talk about our experiences in astral and how each of us find it best to remember what we were doing. But what can you say about that? What can you share about anything, particularly about bruises and things like that? Can you share some insights, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm right there with you. When I am sleeping, I go out and I do work in the astral realm, and I come back. In fact, I've got one on my arm. I'll show you now. But I come back with like bruises, sometimes weird looking, like almost like bite marks. So the other day, in my sleep, we'll call it sleep, but it's really just working. I was like, they were on a different type of planet, and there were these different creatures, and one bit me. And when I woke up, here, I'll show you this. I had this on my arm, and it's like and the mouth of the thing that got me was like a circular mouth with all these teeth. And if you look closely, you can see all these little tiny dots. So you will get bruises and marks and things like that you'll come back with, especially if you're doing work while you're out. They do showcase in the here and now as well. So that's one that I just got, and it just started randomly appearing and just got brighter and brighter, and then dulled and got bright again. It was really weird. So it's pretty common if you're doing work while you're out.
Yeah. What color was that one when
Weird.
it first happened? Was it a particular color so that, so Wench can understand?
This thing started out like,
yeah,
it started out as blue as Chase's shirt right there.
Wow.
I mean, like bright blue, like a blue I've never seen on my own bruises before. It was really strange color, no pain at all. And then it was raised for a little bit, and then it wasn't. And then it started turning a different color. And that's when all the little dots started showing up inside of the circle. So I know what gave that to me because I saw it, but it does happen. It does happen. So just try to, when you first wake up, pay attention, remember everything that you can about your so-called dreams, but really it's other things. And that way you can start to sort of piece together, well, I think it might've been from this, and just always make sure you have a look behind the knees, on the arms and all that. For any marks that might not have been there, because they can give you kind of clues as to what you're doing when you're in your sleep state.
Yeah, that's really good. And Jess and Zara, I'll come to you. And obviously, thank you so much, Aquana, for sharing. And that bruise is a corker. It must have been whatever you were fighting in the astral. Must have been a pretty horrific thing to bite you that badly. Horrible. And the blue color, that's as bright blue as Jess's shirt. Yes. There is nothing that creates on this earth realm that creates a bruise that looks like that. So Jess, from your point of view, I'm not sure whether you do astral travel or whether you do work in the astral afters or collectively. What advice can you talk to with Wench about her medium-sized round bruise on her leg?
So what I was getting was that there was the crossing of the legs in order to protect yourself from some type of attack on the astral. Mm-hmm. And one little hack that I like to do, if whenever maybe suddenly a sound wakes you up, or your phone, and you were in the middle of like a really important dream and you want to get back there and you're like, one thing I do is I get back into the exact same position I woke up in and almost immediately start dreaming where I left off if I woke up. So that's also a little hack to help with dream recall. But I was also getting something to do with the Lyran off-world realm, and I was getting technology of some sort, and you were like, I'm getting crossing the legs and going like this, like in a corner, like, and maybe you did that in your sleep or in your with your body as well. And got a bruise somehow, something like that. I don't know if that resonates. Let us know in the comments. But yeah, I would say definitely shield yourself with copper and sea salt, and you can actually pick where you astral travel to. So I would say, bring me somewhere a little bit nicer, my origin, things like that. Make an intention that you want to learn as opposed to self-protect.
Yeah, very good. And Zara, what are your views on that, please?
Well, I think when she last week asked about what she was doing, where she was going in her sleep, I think she said she woke up feeling groggy, and I think that's where we felt that she was definitely astral traveling. And I think I felt at that time that she was a light worker and she was working really hard as a light warrior. Okay, so I would say that that's a bit of a gift for you to show that you are working very hard in your sleep, and it's a battle scar to show that you've worked hard that night. So I've also got the 6 of coins, which is another sort of, that is gift, is gifts. So I do feel that this is a gift to you, to show you and to reiterate last week's question about where you're going in sleep. Well, you're doing light work, you're a light warrior, and you've got the battle scars to prove it.
That's perfect. The one thing I will say, I noticed the last section of the question say, how do I remember what I was doing at night again? So one of the key things that somebody that we'd had as a guest and we were chatting with this week, actually, went down to an area called Destin, which is further down the Florida coast near one of the main beaches. And we were all talking about, astral projection and how to remember things. And this is such a great tip. And I hope that she doesn't mind me. Her name is Wendy. And it's just a fantastic tip. And they use this a lot, is that when you go to sleep or when you need to remember something that's key, particularly, just cross your fingers in the Nix position and just cross your fingers and say, I will remember when I return to my body, I will remember what I'm seeing when I go out into the astral. So that's one of the little tips. And I thought that was absolutely adorable. So thank you to Wendy for that. Crossing your fingers like this. And the other one is to put a glass of ice water, small one, not too much, a glass of ice water next to the bed, and pre-program your conscious, subconscious mind. Have half of the drink and say, I will remember when I return to my body as soon as I drink the rest of the water. So those are the two easy ways of remembering. I'm sure there's many others, and everyone in the chat, if you've got any other way, any other ways.
My other one is I tap my forehead and I'll be like, wake me up at 8 a.m. And it always works. Or help me remember my dream. That's how I talk to my higher self.
Yes, nice. Of course. Yeah, it is nice. And, there are those out there that now are starting to get more of their eyes opening. So the third eye, but then there's another two. There's one across on the top of each of the eyes. So a couple of my clients this week had showed me psychically, and then they'd been able to do a reveal, which was really interesting. They had two almost like cat's eyes coming up above the eyebrows and those areas. So using the same premise as Jess and saying tap, 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 but then you could also tap the other two eyes across. Yeah, you could. Why not? Try that. It works. Thank you for that. Thank you for that question, Wendy. I hope that we've answered it for you. And I just hope that your bruise gets a bit better, because it sounds like it's a pretty horrible one. And Aquana too, I hope your one gets better, because that looks like it was really a horrible thing to have.
Get some arnica. Get some arnica.
Yeah, not nice. Great to see everyone today from Earthy Phoenix, which is great. Here we go. Here's the next question from Severin. Oh, look at the doggy. Oh, look at the doggy little face. That is so cute. Looks like a Merlin. I've been recently badly scammed. Oh, my goodness.
Me too.
Well, yeah, we know why you got yours, though, Jess.
They've infiltrated every device
at every level. Lord, in heaven's name. Yeah, bad. I've been recently badly scammed, but I feel like this was a blessing in disguise. What do you think? Oh, bless you, Severin. What do I need to be aware of? Any messages moving forward? Thank you, ladies. Well, let me say that the energies up to literally till about the 1st of October, they're a bit puffy. They're not nice. They're like wading through treacle toffee. They're horrible. Seriously, they are. And there's all these horrible things that keep on. They're trying to get as many of the light workers as possible, shut them down, close them off, get rid of their light, take their money, take their possessions, remove them from their homes, remove them from relationships. The energy of the dark forces, and also those that are the dark warriors, because it's a 1-for-1. As much as there's a light warrior, there's an equal and opposite dark warrior. So they're everyone. We're in a set of spiritual warfare right now. So Severin, it looks like being scammed, you obviously had to learn, but it's possible that some of whatever happened with the scam is now a super lesson for you. And I think that you've learned from it, and you certainly won't let that happen again. But let me open it to the floor, to all our panel. So let's do a message for Severin. So let's go and have a look. Zara, have you got a message for Severin, please? And then I'll go to Aquana, and then at the bottom I will go to Jess.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I think you're pretty sorted, because you've already worked out that it's a blessing in the end. And every occurrence, every lesson is a gift, because you will always bring something out of it. You will always learn something from it. It will be every lesson is a gift. So for you to already have seen that, you know, you have a strong psyche. You are aware of life's knocks and how they come into play and what they're there for. So that's what I'd like to say to you is, you know, you're smart. You've worked it out. It's actually taught you something. It's brought you something, or you know, it's worked out for the best.
It has. Oh, well, that's good. So in other words, it's a blessing in disguise in a way. Thank you so much, Zara. And Jess, what's your view on Severin's lesson from the being badly scammed, as I know you've had a similar experience recently?
Yeah. And you know, when you just want to take all of your devices and throw them against the wall, and then you're like, now that's going to put me back financially. So I'll give you my little hack is I found this amazing prayer from Extreme Prayers That Shake Heaven and Earth. And there's like an AI technology one. And it gets me every time. It's so good. And I just breathe through it. But what I was getting is, yes, you're correct. This was about the shield of love and the armor of God of a light worker. And so take it as a form of flattery that you were hacked and that you were targeted because you're powerful and they want to stop you in your tracks. What I'm getting is that it might not be, it's not here yet. It's coming in the future within 1 to 3 months, but you might have a new love coming in. If you already have a love partner, and you're not searching for love, there's a new partnership of some sort coming in, and justice, the correction of this is actually bringing in more money somehow. So yes, I think it was a blessing in disguise. And it's just a reminder to suit up as you ascend in your light worker abilities. That just means, I got to get some more tools in my toolkit because I'm ascending and more people are coming after me.
Yes, I like that. That's good. And Aquana, what's your message for Severin, please?
First of all, Severin, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I would have to agree with the other readers, though. I do think that it is going to end up being a blessing in disguise. I pulled 2 cards for you. I got the Judgment card, which is a major arcana, and then another major. I got the Wheel of Fortune. So basically, Judgment can also in some other decks be read as like karma. So this scammer or something, this could just be like you wrapping up some past life karma or something with this person that has now gotten out of the way. And I think now that this little bit of karma or whatever has filtered on through, it's changing this Wheel of Fortune to start turning in your favor rather than not in your favor. So whereas you may be sort of at the bottom of the wheel, you're looping back over and it's turning now in your favor. But I do believe this was a blessing in disguise, and it feels very much like some unresolved past life things that have been resolved, I would say now.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that it's been resolved. So Severin, last but not least from me, is you've said there, what do I need to be aware of? So again, a little bit of a trick here to put in your toolbox is when you're going out so that you don't get scammed again, is before you do anything or go into anything, use the command trick. Very, very good. And you basically have to use the word command. Before you go out, you say, I command the universe to show me. I command you to show me. Anyone that has got ill intent or anyone that doesn't have my best and higher good in their realms, in their soul, in their ways of their energy, I command you to show me those that have ill intent so that I can move away from them. And that would mean that whatever it is, you will feel that intense feeling of ill intent or a very strong vibration. Some people, when they've used that, I have somebody from this morning who'd come back with feedback to me about something, and she used this technique in a courtroom because she was attacked by somebody. And she had said, I command you to reveal yourself to the perpetrator. Oh my goodness. He went ballistic. He started pushing the desk over in front of the judge. He pushed his counsel. He started swearing and carrying on, and he was basically taken to the back to the cells. And she got hold of me. She said to me, "You won't believe what happened." He did. He showed himself, so he didn't get away with that.
Good.
And he was no, he didn't get away with it. He was sent down for, what was it, GBH, grievous bodily harm, which is great. But, because he was pretending, it was just a bad day and it was just whatever. And then he just exploded in the courtroom, which was amazing. So I know it does work. I've used it. A lot of my friends and other practitioners use it. So you command it, Severin. I command you to show yourself. I command anyone that has ill intent towards me. And everybody in the chat, take this as a lesson. It's great. Put it in your backpack. Keep it with you. I command you to show your true self, because on universal law says if you command them to show themselves, they will.
Yeah.
So go for it. I hope you enjoy that. Let me get my glasses back on because I've got to go and sit and read now. Lisa, what does Lisa say? Oh, that's so they enjoyed everything. So here we've got looking lovely ladies. Oh, thank you. You're very kind to all of us. Beautiful soul. Look at Marilena. She sent us a lovely message. What else do we have? Hi, ladies from Cats. Got lots of nicenesses. Oh, someone else has got the kittens deck. I do like the kittens deck. I want to see more of the kittens deck. I want you to hold it up. So that's good. Let me see if I can work out. What do we have here? Great lineup. Yes, full house tonight. Yes, super. I had to reboot StreamYard because it was being a pain in the bottom.
No, I wish, but no. I'm from the swamp in Louisiana.
You're not a swamp person. Oh, my Lord. So you and the partner would get on really well. You're both swamp folks.
We don't know what spider catchers look like.
That's right.
Oh, goodness me.
Looks like a cup and a piece of paper.
Jeepers. No, spiders and me. There was another thing the other day. I was going through down to the tribal head office, and there was this huge bug. It's called a thumper or something. Oh my God, it's horrible. No, I nearly ran.
Oh, Georgia thumpers. They are.
Georgia thumper. Oh, they're awful. Oh my God.
I've never seen that. I've never seen one of those.
I
had a grasshopper.
They are.
I had a grasshopper ride on my car all day today.
They're not this big, and they've got a raised back. And I thought, oh my God,
Well, and the thing is, they're black, and their wings are red, like blood red.
Oh.
So they're like black with blood red. They're really weird, and they're huge.
Well, I nearly stood on the poor creature. So, it didn't jump away. Thank God it didn't, because I think I would have screamed like a girl. So, yeah, you can all laugh at me. That's fine. You can laugh. I don't care. Laugh away. Right. Oh, I don't know how to say it. It's called Jazz Sh. I don't know. Hello, lovely Beverly and friends. Please, some info on my daughter. Oh, Shahini, maybe, underwent hectic last month, and please for me too. Love from Belgium. Gratitude from Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine. Right, I'm going to pass this straight over. I'm going to go at the top, and then I'm going to work my way down. So, Jessica, let's start with you, and then we'll go Aquana, and then at the bottom we'll go with Sarah. So let me see if I can get that back on the screen. Hold on. Wait to drop. There we go. Yep. This is for Jessica. For Jasmine, what do you have for Jasmine and her daughter?
So there's a little bit of an upheaval in the root chakra security. And I would say it's the little things to make you feel safe and centered and grounded in your own home atmosphere. Just the little things you can do to make a sacred space to feel protected. Focus on health right now and just putting one foot in front of the other, just base vitals, things like that. I would say completely throw out of the window any stress related to money and command, like Miss Bev said, command that what you need will be delivered as you need it. And don't give it any more worries, because it looks like that is really the root chakra I'm seeing for survival, is being attacked right now. And again, commands that into your birthright. It's all of our birthright abundance. And focus on, how can I feel safe within my body right now, in my temple? What can I control? And what will I give over to God, the universe, whatever your spiritual practice is, or whatever you believe in, the most high, the higher calling, the higher self. So I would say that you guys have been afflicted by people that are greedy or take advantage of your kindness. And so I do see there's a huge shift coming in the next 10 months for you guys. You will be getting a new car, I'm seeing, or new type of transportation opportunity to get around easier. And I do see that there's a change of the fates. So justice will be served, and it won't be imbalanced anymore, that you will be at the top of the Wheel of Fortune again. And your daughter is getting into a very crafty time in her life where she is very cerebral. Maybe she's very smart, I'm getting, and maybe wants to do a little crafty project or side hustle on the side. I don't know if she's a teenager, but it looks like she maybe wants to do an Etsy shop or something like that.
Oh, very nice too. Wow, that's lovely. And we have got our Zara. Zara, what do you have for Jasmine, please?
Okay, I have there's been a strong leadership. She has actually shown strong leadership, but I do feel that there's been a man around, or a male influence around, that she's had to stand up to. So I'm getting that, I'm getting that kind of energy. Somebody that she's really had to stand her ground with, definitely a male energy. And I feel that now she really sees things for what they are. I think she's, I've had in as well the Ace of Swords, which would show that she is sort of starting to really see things quite clearly now. So and from that, I think she will go forward quite well. I think there's been almost a bit of a learning curve for her, and I think she can really now charge ahead. Sort of, I think she can give herself a pat on the back as well for how she's dealt with it. That's what I want to say.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much for that, Zara. It's good that she gets a pat on the back for dealing with all sorts of nonsense, especially as it really feels extremely hectic. And now I'm going to you, Aquana. What do you get for Jasmine and her daughter, please?
Sure. So I would just like to say I agree with both of the other readers. And I do think at this time, the rest, letting go of stress is very important for your daughter and yourself right now. So I pulled a couple of cards. I've got you the Knight of Pentacles, and then the energy behind that is the Tower. And so right now your daughter it looks like she's trying to get somewhere. She's on a path, and it'll be some kind of part of her life path that is, she's going to get through this time. It's going to be very slow going, one step at a time. And the energy right now, and it looks like it is going to hang around for a while, is this Tower energy. So see how she's kind of holding on to this building that's crumbling. Mm-hmm. I would encourage your daughter as well as yourself to not cling on to these things as they're falling away, or as things are getting tumultuous or very difficult. Just to try to let those things roll off your back, to go the way that the energy is going, to make it as smooth of a transition as possible, because it does look like it's going to stay a little bit rocky for a little while longer until you can get to the end of that. And just also as a side note, I just saw at the bottom of the deck is this Seven of Cups. Just for the both of y'all, just be aware of illusions or things like that. Just stay focused on the path ahead. Don't get distracted by other things, and just really try to as best you can. Go out, get grounded, and let these tower kind of moments to fall off your back as easy as possible.
Oh, that's super. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to also, because it's a lot to do with the time period right now for Jasmine and Shaheen, the two of you have got that period right now where I'm getting a lot to do with pushing from one side to the other, going into a period of care and a period of doing what is right for the two of you, which means a period of quietness and a period of reflection based on all this chaoticness that has happened. And because obviously in Belgium, you're going into autumn now, into the winter months, it's going to be a little bit colder, and then it's going to get really cold. So what I've done is I've decided to use the Endless Soul Money affirmation cards, which is this deck here. And it's really nice. There's 52 affirmations to heal your relationship with money. And they are very, very, very defined. And I've already shuffled them and chose a card for you. And this is the card here. And it says there, when I follow my intuition, it leads me to money. So this period of time in autumn is to take time to understand what is your intuition telling you. And it says at the back, it says, my channeled ideas sometimes at first glance don't make sense. But it says, every time I stay the course and implement without judgment of what's happened in the past, the reason for my intuition is then revealed. Soul Money, I'm taking notes and taking action. So, Jasmine, that's the card that I pulled for you. And it's when I follow my intuition, money becomes part of the outcome. So it's a very good one because it gives some insight as to what could be happening. So I'm hoping, Jasmine, that helps for you. And to anyone else that's in the chat that finds that useful, follow in those footsteps. Use the cold periods or the time in your country where it's colder just to sit quietly. And again, command the universe to show you what you need to be doing, and to ask for 3 signs, because everything comes in sets of 3s. Or in some cases, if 4 is a number that resonates with you, then ask for 4 separate signs that all link to each other to show you what you should be doing. I hope that helps, Jasmine. So let's go through. We have a question here from Linda Lou. I have a question about twin flames. So I am going to go to the top again, and I'm going to ask Jess, what is your comment about twin flames, please, for Linda Lou?
So twin flames can be interesting. They can be the best relationship ever and the most toxic. So I would say that twin flames, if you come into contact with your twin flame and you're not ready, you will instantly find, if you're not ready, meaning your chakras and your life lessons, you haven't healed that trauma and ascended through it, or you haven't made peace with it. So your twin flame will trigger every possible trauma you've ever had in a different way. You won't see it coming because you're mirroring each other, and it's terrifying, but also lovely at the same time. So I would say that telepathy happens a lot through the heart chakra. It's a whole different type of telepathy. I would say that healing, it's always the twin flame journey is always the healing to self-love, always. Because you learn, you can't hold on to the other. You can't worry about the other unless yourself is dead. So you'll repel your twin flame if you have. You will instantly repel your twin flame if you haven't healed. If there's something that's triggered or bubbled up. So I would say that twin flames, to focus on it, it can be a little bit toxic. So and twin flames, I believe that it's one soul in 2 bodies, and then you have lots of different soulmates. So soulmates will come in to show you healthy love. It will feel celebrated. It won't be this narcissistic push and pull. It won't be triggering all of your wounds. It'll be more of a healthy situations. So twin flames, yeah, you got to be really on that ascension path and really armored, suited up, because it could get rocky.
Yeah, it can be rocky. Thank you for that one. And Zara, what's your comment about twin flames, please?
Yeah, well, I would agree with Jess, and I think twin flames have got a bit of a romantic ideal, haven't they? Years ago, we used to say, "Oh, we're soulmates," you know. And now people talk about twin flames, but I think the reality is they're part of your soul group, and they're there. You know, the agreement is made to help each other, learning in certain ways. I believe we're down here for learning, experiencing, and loving, and so they're, you know, it's they're the other half of you in order to help you grow, to develop, and to, you know, raise your spiritual profile. So yeah, I think as I say, I do think sometimes it can be talked about in a romantic way, but again, sometimes that you can be lulled into a false sense of security from that. Oh, it's my twin flame, therefore everything's going to be hearts flying out of our eyes. But exactly what Jess says. You know, sometimes they're there to teach you a pretty tough lesson, so you can't romanticize it, I think.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, it can be difficult. Let's ask Aquana now. Aquana, what's your comment about twin flames, please?
So I would wholeheartedly agree with what both of these ladies have said about twin flames. I just want everybody to know, not everyone here is on a twin flame journey. Okay. I feel like it's been put out there a lot, like, oh, I got to meet my twin flame. And I agree with Jess. I think it is a soul that has been split into the two, like a split apart or something. Just bear in mind that even if you're not on a twin flame journey, like, we all have our soul family and soulmates out there. But as with specific regards to the twin flame journey, I know that it is there to help each soul to build up it is a mirror. It's to help them build up the areas and to showcase areas that they might difficult journey. And there are a lot of lessons. And if you're not, there's no way, if you haven't elevated and ascended and done all of your shadow work, there's just not a way that you can come together in a sustainable way with your twin flame until both parts have done that work to then come together. And at that point, I believe that you're working and building together to elevate one another and to work for the greater good of the collective. But it's not an easy journey, y'all.
No, and sometimes you won't like, sometimes you meet for a second and then you don't meet till another life, you know. So you have to it's just exactly. Like a fleeting moment. So what I have learned is you have to just, I ride that wave, man. Like the towers, I lean into the towers. All I can do is act on my intuition, and God's got me, because it's in those moments where you act in a singular second. And I've just recently gone through this, is you have to trust blindly in your intuition and what your higher calling is. And as long as you follow that, and you always choose self-love and self-empowerment, and there's always something waiting at the end of that tunnel, for sure. So it's all about the mirror of the self, the labyrinth to the center of you.
Yeah, I think you're all right in that aspect. And I will say there are a lot more twin flames that are working out their past life issues and that have decided to split into two for this lifetime, because it's a lot quicker. And then they can also help each other, either when they do meet in this lifetime in 3D Earth School, or when they go and they ascend past that and go into the other dimensions, then they're able to take their collective experience and share that together, because they are a split a half. They split apart from each other at that soul level. But some twin flames that I've seen recently, particularly, there are those that have had a lot of lifetimes, those that are on their last lifetime, that this is the last time they're coming back to Earth School. They have said, there are these specific lifetimes where I owe something to somebody. So that person, I'm going to split with them. And maybe this lifetime, if I can cross paths with that person, I can make sure that I have, however long it takes to reduce that karmic debt with each other, or whatever the unfinished business was. I'm seeing a lot of people that are together that are to finish business this lifetime. Whereas soulmates have a sell-by date. They have a time that they get together, and they have that soulmate path that they walk together, and then that contract comes to an end. So there's different types of relationships. Twin flames can be one of the most difficult ones because of the baseline, and because they're both very, very similar. They look at things the same way, which is great for when things are similar. But there's one or two or three things that are very different, and that might cause some friction. So a twin flame is a difficult relationship sometimes, but it can work if you both work at it. So I hope, Linda Lou, I hope that answers that question. And the glasses have to go back on, because I have to go and look and see what's going on here. So got Nicola Cannon. Hi, everyone. Fabulous sign up tonight. Nice to see you, Nicola. Nice to see you here. Fantastic. Oh, and here's Jody Chambers. Hi, Jody. I'm glad you got back safely after your long drive. Perfect. Cheyenne Blue, QQQ, question mark, big red question mark. Loving the blue hair there, Cheyenne Blue. I would love any guidance that I may need to receive tonight, ladies. Please, if you're able. Thanks in advance for time and skills. And there's 2 blue hearts, really lovely. And Cheyenne is always super, super polite and gracious and lovely. So thank you for that, Cheyenne. So let us go very quickly. Aquana, you right over there in the hot seat. Let me put you on first, and then we'll go through the room that way. There we go. Anything for Cheyenne Blue, please.
Sure. So I just pulled 2 cards quickly for you. I don't know if it's because we were just talking about the twin flame things or whatever that I'm reading this way, but I'll tell you what I'm picking up from these cards. So first, I got the Temperance card. It's a beautiful card.
Oh, lovely.
And I've got the energy of the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands is like a card of marriage, of a stable home life. And with this Temperance, the Temperance card is like that angel energy, and it balances things out. So I don't know if you're looking for a partner, a significant other, but it looks to me like if you are in the market for that you're going to be able to get that. And it will be a very long-term, stable relationship that it looks like it's, like a very blessed, balanced partnership that you'll have. So I don't know if that's just rolling off the tail end of the twin flame thing, but it looks pretty good for you. I'm just saying. So I hope if you're not looking for love, just disregard all that mess I just said. Okay.
Well, it's good that you should say that, because I happen to know that this lovely blue lady, I think she might still be single. So there we go. So you could be right there, Aquana.
Well, you might not be for long, okay?
Oh, good. That's lovely. Thank you, Aquana, on Cheyenne Blue's part of you. And Jess, what do you have in your cards for Cheyenne Blue, please?
So I got the same thing as Aquana. What I will say is, in the position of your greatest fears and blocks right now are true equality in a relationship, a partnership, romantic, that's equal in nature. So maybe work through that a little bit before you meet this person. I do see this coming in. And my guides are guiding me to say also too, that the whole idea of twin flame is based on the birthdays and the wavelengths of when those souls were created. So like from what I understand, I'm from the blue ray of twin flames, right? And so sometimes you can have a false twin in the same like pool, like ray, right? And they teach you as well. So take those lessons with you. I do see that maybe there was a false twin somewhere in the last 4 years, but you have bossed up and you are working through it. You've made decisions for your highest good. So that's really good. You got the moon card with the strength card. So you have mastered that balance. And I feel that you've commanded some type of illusions to be revealed to you. So that I do feel is coming into fruition. And so it's like now you are going to get a dream visitation, I would say, where you're going to actually see this person that you're going to meet and you're going to be like, wait a second, do I know you already? You look familiar. So that might be a clue as to who this person is coming in. So yeah.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. And the lovely Zara. What have you got for Cheyenne Blue, please?
So I have your thoughts on a breakup. So the last relationship or the last involvement you had with another, I feel like you've blamed yourself a lot for what's happened in that. I feel like you took it on, which was completely wrong in a sense. I mean, we're all responsible for all of our actions all of the time, but I do see that your side was strong, dignified and kind. You're very kind. And you, but it was you were giving across a sort of a male energy in the sense of that strength, and but just a very fair, kind, genuine person. That's what I'm getting for you. So I don't want you to keep beating yourself up about that, because anything that happened was there for a reason. It was to help you learn. It was to help you understand. But I think the biggest lesson is really letting that sink in, that you are a good person. You are a genuinely kind and loving person. So I really want you to start really getting that into your head, because I do also, as Connor was pulling the relationship situation, I got exactly the same thing from these pussycats. I've got the Lovers and the 10 of Cups. I mean, that's blinding, isn't it? Absolutely blinding. So the Lovers coming in, new relationship, choices, your choices, not somebody else's choice is coming onto you. This will be your choice to take a partner, your choice to take a new relationship. And it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be sexy. It's gonna be lovely. The 10 of Cups is gonna be good.
Wow, that's going to be fab. So happy Christmas to you.
Awesome.
There, Cheyenne Blue. Whoa, we like it. You got to let us know.
And I may add, he'll be spiritually inclined like you. Maybe that's the thing, is that you're scared. You're scared because maybe everyone has always been not up to par with your spiritual abilities and empathy. And so this guy is going to be your equal. So don't be worried. Don't self-sabotage when you do meet it, or don't be like,
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and the energy is just perfect there. The person that comes, whatever form that person comes in. And I keep on getting, this is the third time I've got it now, so I'm going to have to say it. This person might not be from your home country. This person might be from another country that you're going to cross paths with this person, which will be totally different. So not only is it exciting, but it's a big learning curve for you. And that person is going to find, the blue hair, the unusual you, and the very, very caring, polite, lovely person that resides within the heart chakra and your soul. I think you're just about ready now, and you're nearly ready to take that final jump. And my advice specifically for you now would be, send out for your person. Say, I am ready to meet the person that is meant for me in my life. because up until now, you have met a lot of karmic partners. So go out and say, I'm ready to meet my person. Show me my person. I command the universe to show me my person. Show me the person that is meant for me to walk hand in hand with me in this life, because that's obviously what's due for you. Oh, and I wish you lots of lovely candlelit dinners, and may you have a wonderful time together. Because
I want to come to the wedding.
Yeah, well, she's in the UK. It's a long way. It's a long way to travel. So
I have to get my passport.
you'll have to get your passport ready. Absolutely, indeed. So Cheyenne, Blue, let us know how that resonates with you. So thank you. We've got another one, a wench. Oh, we did go through that one. What am I doing? Learn to drive properly. Let me see. How can I do this?
Go easy on yourself.
Go easy. I know it's ridiculous. Let me see. Oh, press this button. You see, I got trained very well, but I must admit sometimes it does give me a problem. What is this one? That's good to hear. And I think that's very good. Oh,
There's the fairy lady.
Yeah, it's a fairy lady. Let me just go back down. And I've lost my bloody place now. Oh, my word. Right, there we go. I think this is a new one. Oh, this is an interesting one. So Shan Mill is saying, why does this world look like a fake simulation to me? Wow, who knew? Everything looks fuzzy, like a mirage. I feel like I'm only half in my body. Well, this is a great panel discussion. So how does everybody feel like that this energy value is sometimes matrix driven? So, Shan Mill, we're going to put this out. It's a great question. Thank you for this question. So how does everybody feel about what Shan Mill has said about that she feels like it's a fake simulation? Everything looks fuzzy like a mirage. So what does everybody feel with this? Aquana, have you felt anything like this, or have you got any comments to say about this particularly?
Yeah, I mean, I love the question, honestly, and I get it, because if you think about it, this place that we are, this is Earth School, right? So in its own weird way, like, it is almost like a simulation, but you're basing it off of other people's like free will decisions and choices and all that. But then we've also got the two timelines crunching together, so that's making things really super extra weird. Like for me, I've had now like 3 or 4 times where there have been entire scenes and conversations that I already know what everybody's gonna say and do, because it was from the first timeline that's like trying to meld with the second one. So I think those blending of timelines is also making things really fuzzy and kind of strange and all. So I love the question, and I'm super fascinated to see what the rest of the panel thinks, because I agree. It's a little weird out there.
Yeah, it does. It gets compressed. And Zara, what's your feeling about simulation and fuzzy timelines?
Well, it is a simulation, isn't it? I mean, this isn't real. What is real is our astral bodies, our astral souls. That's the real part. And that's the crazy thing, I think, as well, because we're taught so much the opposite. If you can't see it, if you can't smell it, if you can't, but the reality is that the real thing, the real world, the real environment, is just consciousness. So everything here is just sort of by agreement, isn't it, with the general souls that that we are around. We've all said yes, so it's going to look a little bit like this, it's going to look a little bit like that, it'll be this color, but we all see it in different ways. We all have our individual ways of seeing it. So yeah, it is a simulation, and that's why, probably because you are almost sort of separating out, and that's because of this. It's a sign of the times, the way that the earth is forming at the moment, the way that the veil has become thin. I mean, they say the veil is thin. It's an easier way to say it, but this is what's happening at the moment. Is everything's opening up, and we are now seeing things really as they are, or as close as we can on the 3D world as they are. Everything's revealing itself. So I think that's what's happening for you, is that, it's revealing itself to you.
Yeah, that's true. And last but not least, what about yourself? What do you
Well,
feel?
I could write an encyclopedia on this one, but I won't bore all of you guys. But yeah, I feel like, you know, as your third eye opens and you become more anchored into what your spiritual purpose and path are, and as you deprogram, maybe you don't watch mainstream news, maybe you get water filters and you filter out fluoride and things that are calcifying your third eye, and you're more conscious of what you're putting in and on your body. Maybe it's more local, maybe it's more fair trade, maybe it's more organic, non-GMO, no gluten, whatever it is. You will start to see the simulation kind of get tattered and fall away. And a lot of times when I was a kid, also too, I've been seeing just the craziness of nanotechnology as we amp up with 5G and 6G. I've been like really honing in on those stickers, those holographic stickers, because it, like, I can't sleep with my phone on anymore. I can't dream the same way I dreamt. So I think that also has a big thing to do with it, because our ads are now tracking our mental thoughts. And so this is a great color to wear for protection and technology and stuff like that, and also pink. But I think this is a huge film projector. And what we think and what this body anchors us in this physical realm, this is like the Great Awakening, right? And it's anchoring in all the astral superpowers. And so they have to do it in stages, because if it just was like all it was, we'd be like, glitching out, right? And it'd be too much. So it's going to happen in stages, and you just got to ride the wave and adjust accordingly. But yeah, I would say ground more. And yeah, you're right on par. Yeah. Some days I wake up and I'm seeing cartoons, you know, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, switch the channel.
Switch channel. Why not? So yes, there are lots of individuals, Shan, Mill, that feel the same way as you do. You feel like you're only half in your body. Yes, most definitely. It would also be good to make sure that if you're using tap water, make sure that if you're using it particularly to boil, because that's the fluoride becomes fluorine, and that's even more dangerous. So try to utilize bottled water if you're going to be cooking with that, so that you keep those substances out. And then find a way to have a medicine pouch or some sort of a protection pouch, and then keep that on your person. Just pop it, if you do wear a bra, then pop it into your bra. Or if you're a male person, have one of those pouch holders made in leather or some sort of something that doesn't carry too much energy, but definitely not plastic, and have those sort of energies. And also maybe carry some crystals with you. You know, I've got lapis lazuli today that I'm using, which is really, really lovely. And also what does work a lot is these huge nails. You put them into the corner. They're huge. Look at the size of that. That means business. Put them into the corner of your rooms. Just tap them in slightly, and that will create around the perimeter, all four corners of your room. That will create a sacred space. The reason why, and I can see everyone saying, why on earth would you put such long nails in the corner of your room? The answer to that is this goes along the same lines of the nails that was used with holy individuals and those that were avatars, very holy individuals. They used long nails that were created out of either steel or copper or mixture. And that is what it was, is to diminish their light, end their light, and remove them, and cause an exit strategy for their soul to ascend. And that just flew on the floor. That's very nice. This is what happens here. The energy goes mad, and I'm going to pick it up. Oops. What was this here? Archangel Uriel. So that's literally just been thrown at me. So that's fine. I'm going to have to put my glasses on to see what this says. Healing will enable you to open to greater love. Release any anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. So there we go. That's a lovely message for Shan Mill and a couple of other really nice things that you can be doing. I'm going to put that back on my table. I hope that answers your questions. And thank you so much to the panel for coming up with the answers. That was a great question, Shan Mill. We like that question. Yeah. So we've got to the next one. Oh, that's a, yep. Yelena is saying, yeah, my twin flame is a very difficult man. We're with you. We know it's difficult. Bless you. Bless you. How lovely. Oh, dear. So from Gina Dean, could I have some advice, please, on how to give myself self-love? And it's a cute little, it's cute little doggy with some angelic elms. And because you're in the hot seat up there, Sarah, I'm going to put you in the hot seat for Gina Dean. What do you suggest? And then I'll move across to you and across to Okana at the bottom of the screen. So there we go, Zara, go for it.
Okay. True self-love is acceptance. That is the biggest thing you can do for yourself. Accept who you are, accept your flaws, accept that everything that you do, whether it's something positive, something negative, if it's a mistake, you learn by it, you move on, you don't sit in guilt, you accept that it was put in front of you to teach you something that you needed to know for this lifetime, and you move on. So I think that is the best way you can love yourself, is treat yourself with the utmost respect, with the utmost care and love, like you would an innocent child. Everybody is able to make mistakes and learn from it. You do not give yourself a hard time. So that for me is self-love.
Now, I think those are all extremely, extremely good comments. And I'm coming to you. There we go. What are your tips, Jess, for self-love for Gina Dean, please?
By the way, I loved Zara's. I'm so sorry I was laughing. That was so inappropriate. I was getting like downloads. They were showing me visions of myself. So what I'm getting, and I was laughing, so I apologize. I was not laughing at the answer. I was just like in the background. So I'm getting ladders and zip lines for you. So actual like inner child, like climbing monkey bars, and like as a visual representation as an activity for self-love and getting in that more of a joyful heart space, and like climbing, maybe rock climbing, maybe zip lining. The reason why I was laughing was because I had a couple of drinks on my birthday and went zip lining and I tried to go down. It was so embarrassing. They had to come get me off. I was just like stuck there. So I apologize. I was laughing so hard at myself. Anyway, but I was seeing zip lining and things like you have to laugh at yourself. And you know, sometimes the first go around, it's a huge failure. But you get back up, you laugh at yourself, and you go again. And laughter is the best transmutation. I feel everything's a comedy show in my life. You know, I just laugh at it.
Here.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Well done. And Aquana, what would your message be for Gina Dean, please?
First of all, I really do love the question, and I think this is important for everybody that's in the chat and everybody watching to make sure that you always practice self-love. One of the most important things that I think you can do is to start listening to your inner self-talk. So if you're doing something and you hear inside, you're telling yourself like, oh, that was stupid. You need to start to pay attention to that, cut that negative self-talk off right away. And a lot of most anything that we're doing or thinking or saying is going to come from one of two places. It's either coming from a place of fear, where we're upset, we're nervous about something. Even anger stems usually from a place of fear. What you want to do is make sure that your thoughts and your actions always come from a place of love. So if you're having negative self-talk, work backwards through that to find out, where is this coming from? Is it from a place of love or from a place of fear? And if it's from a place of fear, you need to change the narrative, do a 180 on it, go, I'm not accepting that kind of negative self-talk. I love myself. I am awesome. And just go forward from there. And just constantly remind yourself, I am awesome, until you start to believe it, because eventually you will. And if you say it enough times and you stop the negative self-talk, then you're going to only have that positive self-talk. And you're going to find that it's very easy to love yourself, because you love yourself for all of your flaws, not despite them, but because of them, because they are what makes you who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And with kinesiology particularly also, I mean, there's a self-testing, where you can test and say, and I know, Alquana, you studied kinesiology as well. And from that point of view, is there something that Gina could do to help herself understand if something is working for her best and higher good within herself as part of kinesiology? Is there something that she could do to assist herself to understand? Because I keep getting the energy that she's squirming when she feels, if she says something nice about herself, it's difficult for her to accept that she can feel self-love, because that inner child is really been riotous and giving her trouble. Is there anything that you can advise her on, sort of the way in which she can test the self-love, if it's good for her greater good and for her greater inner love of herself? Is there anything there that you could think of, maybe testing, that
I was going to say, people do the finger testing, and that's a way that you can do it. But I would also say to remember that our brain and our thoughts, especially when we're just getting on this journey and we're starting to understand that we do have to love ourselves first. Yet our brain is like a small child that's just out of control, throwing a tantrum. It's going off doing its own thing. And you have to get that child like in check and like, no, I'm in control of this, and get those. I think the more that you do it and the more you practice the positive self-thinking and self-talk, it becomes a lot easier. And just when you're thinking about things, just remember, like, try and think about it from the perspective of, how would I feel if I were saying this to a child, or if I were saying this to an animal or something like that, something that you really love? Would that be something that you would say to somebody, or something that you really love? And if the answer is no, then it's probably not right for you to say to yourself either.
Well, that's perfect. Thank you. So the last comment from me would also be, because I can feel, Gina, that you're going, oh my goodness, I don't want to say these things to myself. And it's very hard to be kind to yourself. And you do need to try to treat yourself the way that you would expect to treat others. But one very important aspect is because, as Alquana said and the other guests had said, it's treat yourself as a child from the mind. Most important, put your arms around yourself and give yourself that hug, because I do think that, Gina, that's something that you're missing. And if you have to hold yourself and rock yourself and say to yourself, actually, Gina, I love you, and I love you as a child, and your inner child and your higher self. I love you. And you're going to squirm. You're going to squirm. For the first few times you do that, you are going to squirm. And for those in the chat, if you try that, you'll also squirm. But after 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th time that you do that, you'll start calming down. And that energy will start permeating your soul, your higher self, your body. And that's one way that I would suggest in giving yourself self-love. Start small, allow yourself to grow. And above all, Gina, be kind to yourself.
That's right.
Be kind to yourself. Like you would be kind to your friends, you deserve to be kind to yourself too. And I really hope that helps. And I hope that it helps everyone else in the chat. And thank you to all the comments from the panel. That was a great question, Gina. So let's go down to the next one. And we've just gone past the hour now. So I'm looking for some questions. I think I need, I found one. There we go. Alison M with a nice picture of a forest, which is lovely. I met a nice man named Tom, who I networked through connections, and he's a film director. Is he attracted to me? And if you see us building a good relationship, what do you pick up? Thank you. What a sweet, nice comment that is. Right, let's have a look and see what we're getting. So, Jess, I'm going to come to you quickly, and then we'll go to our lovely lady in the studio in London, and we will also speak to Zara, and then we'll go to Aquana. So please pull some cards for Alison M on the person called Tom. So what are you getting there? Let's see. Let's have a look. Off you go.
So I got that it's going to be great chemistry off the charts right now, but it's more of a right now, right here thing. Maybe possibly this person is stuck in the past can't get past someone else or returns to that is what I'm getting. I like to be all rainbows and unicorns and butterflies, but that's what I'm getting. But I do see maybe this is a little bit of a test where you're using your discernment and also using your intuition on a deeper level to discern like the actions of this person as opposed to what they're telling you. And so there's a new emotionally intelligent, amazing, he's coming through as like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, very nurturing, not the imbalanced kind, the one that's like in tune with their emotional intelligence, in tune with nurturing others. And I'm just getting, he's very territorial and very protective and loves you safe. And I do feel you'll cross this new person coming in probably in the next 6 to 9 months. And there's also a new job opportunity or upgrade happening with a promotion or some type of new responsibility. I'm getting a new project, like maybe you're a project manager and there's a new team working on a new project and you meet this other guy that's coming right behind. So that's what I'm getting.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Oh, well done. And Zara in the London studio. What do we have, please?
Well, I got exactly the same thing, but I want to say it in a slightly different way. Now, I'm going to change the F word to the word duck. Okay?
I was nicer. I was like,
the best way to describe this man, he looks like your Prince Charming, but in fact, he is a duck boy in tinfoil.
Yes.
So, and there we have the duck boy in tinfoil, although this boy is super. So, comes across as, oh, yes, romantic. Oh, yes, sucks you in and woo, pulls you in. But the connection isn't deep. And so therefore, try and keep that in mind. It's a Mr. Right now as opposed to Mr. Right or Miss Right, whatever. Mm-hmm. But then again, we have another man who is coming in after all that duck boy and tinfoil business. We have the King of Pentacles. Now he's a stable, kind, generous man who is going to be a lot more on your wavelength and somebody that you could, if you wanted to, build a future with.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you. I love the duck boy bit. I just about crashed. I'm sorry, I did. Well said, you. Well said. And for last but not least, Aquana. What do you pick up about the Tom person?
He is an absolute duck boy. Like she said, okay, I saw this question going by in the chat and my first instinct was run, girl, run. But I didn't have a chance to get to it. Okay. So then instead, so now it's come up. I pulled 2 cards. Girl, I'm here to tell you. Okay. I got the 8 of Pentacles with the devil. Okay. The ultimate duck boy. All right. This is oh no. Don't even waste your time with this nice fellow Tom. No, girl. No, run. Do not walk to the nearest exit. That's what I would say.
Right, that was very direct. So, Alison, yeah, it looks like the entire panel is in agreement that Duck Boy should duck off. So,
Yeah.
you've obviously got some really nice. You've opened the door, Alison. The door is open for connections. Enjoy yourself. I mean, all the parties are coming. If he's a film director, he's going to be invited here and there. But don't be the one that sees him as anything long term, because I think what comes in after Duck Boy is the one that's going to be the keeper. Don't think he's a keeper, but you'll work that out as Christmas comes along, that perhaps he's not all he seems to be. But enjoy the ride. Don't take it too seriously. So I hope that resonates, and in time you'll be able to come back and tell us all. So that's it. Thank you for the panel, and thank you for coining the phrase for all future shows. It's going to be about the duck person, and no disrespect to any duck or Duzzy Fuzz or Fuzzy Duck or anything like that. It's going to be called Duck Boy. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's have a look and see. So we're coming up now to, we've got some comments coming back about our lovely comments about Cheyenne.
It quacks like a duck.
Lots of new love in the house tonight. That's good. Yippee yo. And we've got Michael Doherty here. Partnerships equal in nature sounds the best way to be together. Yes, you're absolutely right, Michael.
Absolutely.
We've got Lou. Thanks, us all as well. Back to work, so that's good. Let me see if I can find. I'm heading down to look. We're getting towards the end here.
I did see one from an Alicia 22 that had gone by, and I think she tried to read it. It was way early on in the program. I think she wanted to know if her biological dad was ever going to contact her.
Do you know where to find it? Because if you can find it, you are able to.
I can't highlight anything on my side.
Okay.
It was way at the beginning.
I know she did re-ask it, but you all saw that question, right?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
Did you? I didn't see it. Let me see if I can go find it. Apologies, because I'm going to have to go back up to the top. How far up was it? Was it far up? What was the person's name? You said it was Alicia.
It was Alicia 22, and I had pulled a couple cards for that at the time.
Alicia.
I'm looking. So Alicia 22. If I hopefully I can find you.
I don't see Alicia 22. I do remember seeing that when I first logged in, that question.
Did you? Let me go. There was one there. Let me star this one quickly, because I star them when I find them. So let me just star.
I don't think it had the QQQ in front of it. Was
that's probably why, because I normally look for the QQQ. Yeah. That's what the system does, unfortunately. If Alicia, it's Alicia 2, did you say? If you're still watching, if you can just pop it in, and then I can see if I can go and find it. I'm nearly up at the top now of all the questions when we first started, and I still haven't found it. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Found it. There we go. Found it. Alicia 22. I put a QQ and 3, so fingers crossed. Right, let's go and have a look. I know what I'm looking for now. There we go. I think, yes, I did this in the chat. Good. I'm getting there. There, wait. I think I found it. I think I did. Okay. Nope, that's not that one. I think I found everything else but the kitchen sink. Lord, please. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask. Right, okay. That's it. I command the universe to show me where this
There are 2 starred comments, I see.
There are, yes. I put them.
Oh, okay.
I put the ones that I'm finding.
I'm a bad student. I don't pay attention.
Nope. So, nope. So, oh, Latoya's there. Hello, Latoya. Nice to see that. And hello, Happy. I'm going to put a star on that as well. So, I'm going back up again. Da, da, da.
Okay.
So, if you do, did you find it?
Oh, I found it.
You found it. Right, right. Well, I can't see it. So, Jess, you read it. Alicia 22.
And it
Jess
does
has found
have
it.
QQ.
We're going to do it.
It does
Go
have
on then.
QQQ in front of it. So good
Right.
on you, Alicia.
Awesome.
Okay, it says 8/25/1988. Ooh, that's a fun number. Will my biological father ever want to know me or have a relationship with me? Or maybe if so.
Right. Okay. So get cracking with all of those. So there you go, Alicia 22. We finally found it. We did.
You better
Fabulous.
call. You better talk to your guys and get the commands.
Yeah.
Not through me to you.
Well, I just
And
said,
punt
go on,
it.
come on, universe, find it. So there we go. At least one of us did.
Literally, as you said that, I scrolled and saw it. I was like, oh.
Look
Nice.
what Alicia sent. She sent 20. She sent the little pink wavy things. Very cute. Right, there we go. Sarah, have you got some cards? Let's have a look. So, Alicia, here we go. Make sure you're recording. There we go. And there we go. Sarah in London. What is it for Alicia 22? What's the answer there, please?
Okay, yes, is the short answer that I heard in my ear. The second thing is that we have the 6 of Swords and the King of Swords. So what that's telling me is that he is up for reconciliation. He's gone through his turbulent times. He is now moving towards times that are calmer, more mature, and he is up for that reconciliation, and he is willing to go with the flow. The King of Swords, he has a clearer picture on life. There's a fair decision here, but I feel like he's going to be fair on himself. He's going to give himself a break. He's going to say, look, just be fair. You were young. This is how it is. And so therefore, he will let go of his guilt. And that is the key to him being in a mental, emotional space to accept you.
Oh, that's super. Thank you. Jess, are you ready? There we go. Jess, this is for Alicia 22 based on the question about parentage.
I am struggling with this one. And I got to say, because I'm feeling like, so a lot of times I will sometimes read people that have dementia or Alzheimer's as if they've passed away. And I'm picking up something health-wise is going on. There's a spiritual kind of transition happening, whether that's he's thinking of you more so now because he has someone close to him where their health is failing, but I'm getting something closer to him. I don't know if you've researched or looked into it, but it's possible he may have passed already. That's what I'm kind of getting. Or I'm picking up an energy that feels like it's transitioning or passed over. So I don't know. I don't want to, I would look into it. Or maybe he's kind of struggling with memory or dementia, something like that. So he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I would research it. Maybe this is a signal and a sign to kind of see if you can track him down and just gently send a letter or reach out. I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of unfinished answers, like dead ends where you were trying to get in touch with a conventional hierarchy of some sort with the adoption or something like that. I don't know, but I'm getting that there are conventional red tape type of blocks going on. It's an interesting bag of things I'm getting right now. It's going to have a lot of twists and turns. And I don't think it's because he doesn't want to know you. I think that's the biggest thing to come through, is that there are a lot of things out of control, out of his control and both your control. So instead of maybe being fearful that he doesn't want to see you, I would push through and find physical evidence of his whereabouts, because I feel you're getting intuitive downloads to kind of track him down. So don't let the fear of like, oh, he doesn't want to know me, doesn't want to see me. I think he's getting to a space, if he's still alive, that he's coming in and out of consciousness and wanting to connect with you. But there's something with a transition going on with death right now. So I would say time is of the essence, and don't let fear of him not wanting to know you just push through. This is a good time to heal that.
No, that's perfect. Thank you. And Arcana, what did you find for Alicia 22, please?
Okay, so I got 2 cards. I've got the 8 of Wands, which is entirely a card about communication. All right. But the energy fueling that is this 6 of Pentacles. So I don't know if I feel like maybe if you haven't had, contact in the past, and it sounds like that you haven't, it could be because the biological father may have felt like he didn't have anything to give you, or didn't, you know what I mean? Or didn't have the love or the energy or the time or anything to give you. But I think with the 8 of Wands coming in, and that's rapid, quick communication. It can even be text messaging or emails or something like that. I do think that you can have that communication. Just be sure that if you can get in touch with your biological dad, that you let him know, like, hey, because he may have the expectation that you're expecting something from him. So just make sure you let him know, if you can get a hold of him, like, I'm not looking for anything. I just wanted to know you or to meet you. And I think that this individual would be more receptive to the communication if he understands that there's no expectation on your part, because I think that's something that might weigh heavily on this individual, is that there's some kind of expectation that he's going to have to jump into this father role or something like that, that I don't think that he is now or was ever in the position to be in or able to give that kind of attention. So just be aware of that. But I think if you go into it that way, that he would be more open to communication with you.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I would agree with everyone, actually, that all of those aspects are correct, and that there is a possibility that the gentleman that is your biological parent, he might not have known all about you or where you were or how you were faring. But I think that as time went on, he felt that it was too much time had passed for him to have any meaningful relationship with you, or to be able to give you whatever it was that you needed. So I agree with what Akana has said too, is, where if you do manage to find where this person is, where, records that may have been sealed, or where he maybe been given incorrect information about you, all of that will come to the fore over the next couple of years. And the most important thing is to let him know all you want to know is about where you come from. That's it. That you don't expect anything more from him. And that will take all that burden that would be on him. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Can I be a parent? Should I be a parent? Should I say yes? Should I say? All of that will just dissipate, because if he knows that pressure's been taken off, he can just meet you one-to-one, human being to human being. So try it, Alicia. See what you can do. Go and find him and let him make that decision, because it is free will after all. And I hope that helps. And finally, the universe provided, and we managed collectively to get to your question. We found it. So hands up.
I also saw that there would be a woman that maybe he was dating recently in the last 5 years that would be very helpful. That gives you stories and things like that about, Yeah, I feel like he does want to get in touch with you, but there's so much trauma, or like it's a big Pandora's box that he's thought, too much time's gone by. But there's a woman that's going to help you. I'm getting that very strongly all of a sudden.
Oh, well, that's very, very good. I hope that works. We've got Deanne Norris. When will I get my dog for the disabled? So this is a cute, very cute question. And I know we're all animal lovers here. So I'm going to go quickly to Zara in London. I know we don't do time frame, but I think we just need to know, is it a yes that Deanne will get her dog for the disabled?
I feel like you're not far off from the top of the list. I would say I've just heard 4, and I want to say that's a communication in 4 months. It may not come in 4 months, but I feel that there will be a communication in 4 months. I do see you close to the top.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm seeing also sometimes there'll be sort of they'll fast track some people in. So sometimes you'll find that despite being at the top, other people may take priority. But yeah, I don't see it as being too long, and I think it is coming. It is definitely coming to you. You are
lovely.
Close to the top of the list.
Fabulous. So Christmas is coming for Deanne, and for yourself there, Jess. What do you see?
I agree with Zara. I feel that 4 months she'll get communication with clarity when the dog can come home with her. I don't know why my guides called him Wally.
Oh, cute. So cute.
I don't know why. I don't know if he looks like, I don't know why that reference came in, or maybe you're going to call him like Wally. I don't know. But I saw that Disney movie. I don't know why.
So
it'll make sense later.
It will.
So, and then I'm getting like 6 months. So like in 4 months, you'll get communication. And then from that 4th, anywhere from 5 to 7 months is when the dog comes home with you. I do feel like there's like some type of like vaccination or something that is going on, or worming, something that takes a little bit longer than like a month or so. So yeah.
So that's it. Good. And Aquana, lastly on your side, what do you get for Deanne getting her dog for the disabled?
I would agree with both of the other readers. I think it's going to be pretty quick that you're definitely going to be able to get the dog. And I mean, I was hearing, you might hear some, maybe December. So that would be like a few months that I think would hear something, but for sure you're going to get your dog for the disabled quickly, I believe.
So it would be all safe to say by the new year. I think that's lovely. So there's some time frame for you there, Deanne. Thank you for your question. Got another question here from Miss Fiji. That's a nice name. And a little pink hand again. Hi. I've been having a repeated dream of being chased and bitten by a snake, but with no pain. What does it mean? Thank you. So Aquana, you are the person from the Muskogee tribe who deals with different symbols in dreams from animals and reptiles and others. From a tribal point of view, what would that mean specifically, please?
So for us, snakes are really fascinating because they're on the ground, but they also have communicate because they can get in the water. So they also have communication with the outer spiritual realm. So, and then if you just look at snakes in general, that shedding of the skin, you've got that transformation that's constantly occurring with them, and it's a constant rejuvenation. So I think with you, with what I'm getting from your dream is you're being chased by, say, transformation or changes or things that are happening, and that's why there's no pain, right? But you're running. So don't run from the changes that are happening around you and the changes that are happening to you. As you've seen, it's painless but it does allow you to grow bigger and to elevate your energies. So don't run from change. Just embrace it and go with it, and it'll just make sure that you're not running away from it. You're good.
Oh, that's really good. So what we will do is we're coming up to, we're at 1:30 already. So we're going to choose a couple, 3 or 4 more questions, because we need to get to through as many as we possibly can. We've got one here from Deanne Norris. I've been through a major spiritually charged journey recently. How did I do? So I'm going to come to you on that one, Jess, and then I'll go to London office and speak to Zara. So Deanne Norris, I've been through a major spiritual journey. How did she do? How did she do?
The Hermit. I got, now you've arrived at the teacher status, wiser. You can share, be of service and help others through the same thing now. A beacon of light. So I think job well done.
Oh, sure. That's very good. And in London, Zara, how did Deanne Norris do?
Yeah, I have the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 9 of Pentacles, which says to me that you've done well. You have it's not something you were familiar with, and you moved forward. You got on with it. Luck was. I say there's no such thing as luck, but the Wheel of Fortune, things turned out well because of the way you handled it. Mm-hmm. And you handled it that well that you, all by yourself, you have mastered this, and you have you are now in a strong position. 9 of Pentacles is I've done this on my own, and now I'm going to reap the rewards.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And we have now got pixie dust that's come back to us, which is great. I'm just going to put us all on the screen so we can read our feedback. Pixie dust is saying, thank you, Beverly, Jess, Zara, and Okana. I wish he did not have to experience that. It's not up to me, and I will keep praying. So that's really lovely. Thank you so much for the feedback. So I'm going to quickly go down the last lot, and let me see where the QQQs are. The system definitely doesn't make it easy to find everything, does it? Nope, it doesn't. So we've got a lovely question here from Mrs. Kravitz. Any message, beautiful cat. Oh my goodness, look at the eyes on that cat. Hello, kitty. So cute. It's got big blue eyes. Beautiful cat. Any messages for me from my guides? So I'm going to pass across to Jess and Zara, because we would like you to do some of your mediumistic aspects, please, and get us through on whatever it is you are picking up. Jess, can I come to you, and then we'll go to Zara in London?
Absolutely. So one of the things my guides always use as symbolism is when they want me to look at something differently, they will come to me with glasses on. So I'm getting that exact same download from your guides, in particular your life guide, to look at something from a different perspective. Maybe look at it less black and white, because that's restricting you in some way. There's an awakening happening, or integration right there after a big awakening that needs to be processed and kind of integrated, and then translated and interpreted in your own love language to share with others. You're in an emperor mode right now, so maybe you've just come out of the hermit mode and you're integrating right now. And then there's going to be a time for being the emperor. So I would say you're going to have a rise in the station, whether that's in job or in personal relationship. You bump up to more commitment. It's probably going to be all of that. because I see that it's going to affect all areas of your life. So ride the waves. Don't look at everything so black and white. Try, and the Arcturians, I feel, are saying to marry the light body and the shadow. So it's all one.
It's all one. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And Zara, in our London side, what have we got from Mrs. Kravitz, please, and her lovely cat?
Yeah, I had a flash of a picture of you at home with the cat and in your nice sitting room, and I heard, I want you to get out. I want you to get out more. Now, I mean, it sounds a bit pushy, doesn't it? But I feel that there has been a period of time where you've sort of gone within a little bit, because your intuitions, your psychic awareness has grown. Everything's actually grown a lot more. And you've started going out and you've started seeing things and seeing people, and you're finding you're not really liking what you're seeing. And it's made you feel that you need to withdraw, which is understandable. But I feel now that, having gone through that time of being a little bit more insular and learning what you've learned about yourself, about I feel like you've increased in your confidence in your abilities, your confidence to see and hear what's really there. I think that you have now got that confidence that when you do go out, you'll feel safer, you'll feel stronger, and you'll be able to get out there and be who you want to be.
That's perfect. Thank you. I hope that's good, Mrs. Kravitz and the beautiful cat. And please give us some feedback. We've got a new person who has joined us, Latoya. She's liked and subscribed. And also, could you please get a general reading, whatever comes out for me? And that's for Latoya. So we'll start with Aquana, and then we will work through all of the others on the panel.
All right, so I just pulled 2 cards real quickly for you, and I've got 2 major arcana cards, which is just amazing. That's awesome. So I got the Strength card, and the energy behind that is the High Priestess. So it looks to me like, honestly, I would say with these kind of cards, like these are major life things. So I think there's something with your intuition or your spiritual gifts or your abilities that you're going to be honing and working on, and you're going to be able to use these gifts to overcome maybe difficult obstacles or situations through your light and your kindness and your loving nature. I think you'll be able to maybe sway people's opinions and things like that might have been very difficult to get through to, but you'll be the one that can do that because of the energy value and the vibrational frequency that you're going to be holding if you're not already doing it. But I would say that you're likely very intuitive and have some psychic abilities that you've probably already noticed. Just keep working on those, and I think you're going to be able to do some awesome things for this world.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Just quickly, what do you have for Latoya, please?
I'm getting a lot of ancestors for her, and I'm getting that. Yeah, I'm getting certain fabrics being braided for manifestation and protection, almost like, yeah, they're showing me, I feel like it'll resonate with you. Maybe something that's passed down in the family, you can recreate the braiding, something to hang on the wall. And then I'm seeing flowers woven or stuck on it, as well as some type of offering, or it's very specific. So, and it's deep reds, and yellows and bright colors I'm getting. So, but the biggest color that's sticking out to me is a deep red.
Oh, nice.
Burgundy. And I'm seeing that in the past, you weren't allowed to express your emotions. It was like, oh, I just got to like pull myself up by my bootstraps. This is a time where your emotions are fueling creativity right now and your genius. So I would say there's a genius waiting to be unlocked within you. And I would say you're probably from your mother's lineage, you are reincarnated somewhere from the ancestry line. Like I'm seeing like 4 generations back. So like, I don't know what that would be. Work that out. But 4 generations back, you're reincarnated, like on your mother's, the females on your mother's side. So maybe touching those old heirlooms passed down or something from an ancestor is going to kind of jog your memory and give you past life memories. So that's
wonderful.
Cool. Yeah. It's a
Oh,
surprise that reading.
That's really wonderful. Well done. And Zara, what do we have with you?
Yeah, I feel that you have a very sharp mind, actually, and you see things and you work things out. I think sometimes you don't suffer fools gladly. So sometimes I think you can really sort of say things that it may come across as a little bit blunt, but because you have this high intellect, you have you see things very clearly, you work things out very clearly. So, you know, to you, you've worked it, you're thinking, well, obviously, but and also I feel that that you have the ability very much to bring people round and to manifest what you need to happen to help you be successful, to help you move forward. So I would just say, just be a little bit careful about your motives. As long as you are doing it for the greater good, fine. But yeah, you have this very innate ability to make things happen and to get things going in the way that you need them to go. And you're pretty awesome.
I think that's lovely. Thank you so much. So there we go, little Toya. I hope you enjoyed that reading from all of the readers today. And we're going to go on to somebody that calls themselves Happy, which is lovely. The question is, will I be able to settle part of a civil claim and move away from evil while the government pursues the criminal case against the evildoers? And thank you. That's really lovely and so super to see that you're actually moving forward with some of the civil claims and some of those. It seems like there's a lot going on in your life, Happy, with these claims and with things coming in, and I'm keep on getting, there's lots of paperwork, there's lots of energies, there's lots of good things. So it's a good aspect to use the manifestation aspect and command it that justice be done. Very important in this, particularly with the civil claim, but also to let the government pursue the criminal cases. Let justice be done. Command that justice is done this time. So I'm going to come to you, Jess, and find out, what do you feel for Happy, please?
I got a yes and a no. So I'm trying to work out what the yes part is and what is the no part. I'm getting that the civil claim is a bit tricky and will block the other side of the government criminal case somehow. So I'm going to say, I don't know what's going on, but it looks like if you reverse engineer it and you go with the criminal case first, that's work your way back. I don't know. That's what I'm getting.
It's a complicated one. Yeah, they seem to be, maybe it looks like the energies are that the people that are part of the civil claim could also be part of that overall aspect in the government in the criminal case with the evildoers. Seems like there seems to be a sharing of individuals. I would agree with you there. And from London, what do you see there, Sarah?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that you could push forward with it and you could make it happen. What I'm seeing though is that the result might give you what I'm seeing is that you would have to be incredibly strong to push forward, and I'm saying emotionally strong and mentally strong, and it would take it to an ending. But whether that ending could still bring pain. That's what I'm seeing, is that I feel like, you know, because of what's happening is you're feeling that you want to take control, because, you know, the criminal side of it's maybe dragging its feet, and, you know, can I move forward with this in a different way? Can I take control of this? So then move forward. Well, you can, and you can take it forward, but it might not bring you the resolution you're looking for, but it will bring it to an end in some way. So I would suggest it's not cut and dried, and it's not 100% clear on. There's no success guaranteed, I think, is what I would say.
That's true. That's super. And Aquana, what do you have for happy, please? Did you pick up anything on your cards?
Yeah, so I pulled the Hermit card with the Ace of Pentacles, and what I got from that is that you might be able to settle part of this, but either way, it's whatever the situation is, it's going to require you to separate yourself, to take your own time, and just kind of be with yourself for a while. Honestly, I don't know how the outcome. It seems like a very complicated scenario, but if you are able to settle it, the start that you're going to get is going to take a while. It's going to be kind of rather slow going in order to get things to work out the way that you want them to, and I'm still not certain that it will. But I would say it's for sure worth trying. But I think it's going to be a difficult road ahead either way.
You're right. It's extremely complex, and I think with cases like this, where there's the civil case and then the criminal case, there's a lot of energies. There's a lot of free will. There's individuals popping in. It's almost like a popcorn machine, and the popcorn is going everywhere. So that means the frequency and the energy and that one. And also, we've got to remember that each of these people, both in the civil claim and also in the criminal case, every single person has their own bottom line. They have their own agenda, which carries a frequency. Those that are being put onto the stand, they have their energy. The lawyers or solicitors or attorneys, they have their own agenda. The juries will have their own agenda. So when you start looking at it, it's this big mixing pool of different energies, and everybody has a different outcome required and free will. So to be able to look at that and say, well, historically, if you are meant to settle part of the civil claim and move away from the evil, which is always light will always win, utilize this weekend's big black moon super energy, where we have got the solar eclipse, and Virgo comes into that this weekend. So that's on the 21st of September, tomorrow. So we've got that amazing black moon solar eclipse, and it's going to be super dramatic. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Just allow yourself to go into a fresh start, get rid of the evil, and allow yourself to transform, realign yourself, and pull forward from that black moon, from this new moon, the solar eclipse on the 21st of September 2025. Grab the energy from that and say, this is my new life. So no matter what happens in anything that's happening around you, pull that energy towards yourself, pull it to the heart chakra, pull it to your solar plexus, move it into the third eye, and allow that energy to come into you, whatever it means for you. Prepare, utilize the energy so that everything you need to know and everything that is meant for you to be the best that you can be and lead your best life that you can, allow that to start tomorrow, 21st of September, no matter what that is. This is part of what I suggest for you.
And
So
also,
panel, yeah.
Also, so sorry. Also, I would say is to stick to truth, like as much as possible. Don't let anybody boss you around. Don't let anybody push you to sign anything or settle for anything that you don't fully understand 100%. That's what I've learned so much lately.
Recently,
and,
yes.
yeah. And the only thing that got me through was I was 100% honest and truthful.
Good.
And then you get in, you know, you just have to be truthful because the law is not always just. And you see just how much they manipulate things. So that's why I'm getting a reverse engineering look at it. That will maybe help you see the flow chart where the money is from top to bottom and help you prioritize your decision making without having fear-based, let me do this really quick. Oh, I got to do this. The lawyer's telling me I have to do this. No, this is an exercise to be sovereign and to use your sovereign power and call it back, but in a truthful way that is for the greater good of all.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Thank you so much. And we have some feedback from Indiana Farm Girl. Wow, there she is. What does she say? Feedback with this green hot. I am a surgery manager for 2 hospitals. I've been preparing for 6 months. Oh my goodness, been working hard to onboard a neurosurgeon this Monday. My homework is done. I can now focus on people, obviously patients, instead of things. Yay! Well done, Indiana Farm Girl. We love it. Well done to you. You've had a great break. 6 months is a lot of work. And to get a neurosurgeon in today's day and age, that is in itself, that's a bonus. Well done. Have a good break. You know, focus on your patients, on the people around you. And we send you blessings. I know you're looking after people in hospitals, so you're doing a great job there in service to others. And thank you for the feedback. And we're coming up to the hour now. So if I didn't get to your questions, everyone, I apologize. I didn't get to the questions. There were loads of questions this time, but now it's heading up to midnight in some countries where some of our guests are. So I'm going to say to the panel, thank you so much, all of you, for being here and for being such great company and for being wonderful to our chat and for coming up with all sorts of new things today. And we love the duck one the most, I think. Goes to the top. That goes to, I was in bits. Brilliant. I swear I was in bits. But I think it was really wonderful. I know it's late for you in London. I know it's late for you around the country as well. So thank you so much for being so wonderful with all of our questions and our feedback and commenting on different things as well. Enjoy the moon's the event tomorrow. I hope that energy turns your life around and that you just all blossom wonderfully. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone in the chat. If you're here again, come next week. We'll get to your question. Thank you, everyone. And obviously, good night. Have a great evening, everybody. Night.
Night.